This is The Wheel Weaves, a Wheel of Time podcast with no spoilers. Hey everyone, I'm your host Annie, and I'm the first-time reader going through this series chapter by chapter. As always, there's no spoilers past the chapter we're covering, and that means it's totally safe for first-time readers. I'm joined by my co-host Brett, who's a longtime fan, and he's guiding me through this journey. We'd like to acknowledge and thank our executive producers, Brandy and Kirkwood, Sean McGuire, Yanis, Rikky Morrisette, Albert Lorenzo, Eddie Costello, LightBlindedFool, and the Amyrlin seat. And before we get into things today, we just want to thank and welcome Charles Shelton to the Wheel Weaves Patreon team, and we want to thank Christopher Cottingham for increasing their pledge over at patreon.com/thewheelweavespodcast. Thank you so much for all of your generosity, your continued support, and your support of the podcast. We really appreciate it. In this Season 6 finale episode, we are talking about chapters 55 and the epilogue of Lord of Chaos.
Yeah, so chapter 55 is the incredible Dumai's Wells. Mm-hmm. One of the most, well-known, awesome, cool, and horrifying chapters that we really get to see for a long time. So,
I can honestly say, if I've seen these words before, I don't remember them.
Yeah.
This is like some of those things, where it's like, oh, you've seen that.
Yeah, or even someone mentioning like Dumai, like it has no context.
No, none. So, but I don't think I've even ever seen it anywhere.
Okay, so. Yeah, that's fair. And then the epilogue is The Answer.
Oh yeah, it has a name.
It does have a name, yes.
You know what? When we get there, I'm going to talk about how I feel like I'm not mad at this epilogue.
Okay, you like it.
I like it.
I like it because it's like 8 different perspectives,
well,
like really fast.
It's a wrap-up, but separate from the book.
Gotcha.
If we had an epilogue where it's like 30 minutes later with Rand cleaning up the camp or something, then I'd be like, this is just a continuation of the book. What's the point? But this actually felt disjointed, but still a continuation of the story from other. That's what I feel like an epilogue probably should be.
It's kind of like the bonus scene at the end of a movie where it's like you get a snippet for what's coming next, maybe like a bunch of like teasers,
like at the end of the credits or something. Yeah, from like different characters.
Exactly.
Yeah. See, I get it.
So I mean,
I wasn't mad at it.
It's good.
Yeah,
it's good.
Mm-hmm.
So all right, so shall I jump into my fun fact for this wonderful last episode?
Sure.
Okay. So actually I have to be honest with you. Because
okay, what? No, what?
Well, I mean, this fun fact, I kind of sort of did this fun fact already in this book.
Oh.
And it's the chapter icons.
You're just like copying yourself?
No. There's a reason. So
you're
just
repeating yourself.
Go with it. I'm not repeating myself. So I did this fun fact at the beginning for chapter icons because for me, it's really interesting to see which icons are popping up a lot because I've never tracked that.
You use the word tracking. Interesting very flippantly.
But I did it as a summary for books 1 to 5. I did it at the beginning of this book, so I only talked about chapter icons for books 1 to 5.
Okay,
so now I want to include book 6 so that I can just do this once at the end of each book consistently.
Okay.
So really I'm doing this for you.
Okay, I appreciate that.
And we're going to do a bit of a guessing game because it's always fun when I make you guess chapter icons.
Okay.
And you are live in front of people on our Discord right now because we're doing a little live show for Dumai's Wells.
Live show. Yeah. We are. Very exciting.
Okay, they get to see the real reaction time for your guesses for chapter icons.
Okay.
So first off, we're going to do the most popular. We're going to only do most popular in Lord of Chaos. And then we're going to do most popular for books 1 to 6.
Okay.
So we're going to talk specifically for Lord of Chaos.
I feel like I should prepare better.
You should.
Yeah.
But it's too late.
This is like if I was on a reality show.
Yeah.
And I get to the final challenge.
I know how to make fire.
And I know.
Yeah.
No. Like on Big Brother or The Amazing Race or something where the final challenge is a memory about the things you've already experienced.
Yeah.
And you know it's coming, but you're like, I didn't study and now I just lost the game.
To be fair, the people in our Discord haven't heard the last episode and you absolutely crushed it last episode on the fun fact for guessing.
Yes, I did.
So
spot on. Number
not gonna
one.
tell them.
Yes.
You gotta wait for that. You gotta wait for that. So okay, most popular chapter icons in Lord of Chaos, and I'll give you a bit of a hint because there is a 2-way tie for first, second, and third place for the chapter icons.
3-way tie.
2-way ties for first, 2-way tie for second, 2-way tie for third.
Okay, so it's 6 icons.
6 icons in the top 3. There's 2 at number 1, 2 at number 2, 2 at number 3. We're sharing medals.
All right. Wheel and Snake.
Wheel and Snake are you saying that's top spot? Number 1? Or like tied for number 1?
Yeah.
Okay. You are correct.
Yeah.
How many times do you think it showed up?
Out of Just in this book, right?
In this book alone.
So there's 55. No. Because does the prologue get it? No, I don't think so.
Yeah.
Oh, the prologue does get one?
There's 57, I think, icons.
57 icons.
Yep.
It showed up 12 times.
Too many, especially since we're like doubling up here.
I know, whatever.
Okay. It's half that. It's 6.
Okay.
Okay, so the Wheel and Snake showed up 6 times in Lord of Chaos.
I actually have no idea. Okay.
Now, tying for number 1.
Flame of
6.
Tarvalin.
You're correct.
Yeah.
Good job. Okay. Easy peasy.
That one's an easy one because there were so many Aes Sedai.
Yeah.
This was an Aes Sedai heavy book.
It definitely was.
Yeah.
Names-wise, too, I bet.
Yeah.
Anyways, okay, so number 2. So we know first place took 6 each.
Okay.
Now, 2 tied at second place.
Oh.
It's going to get a little bit harder because now we're getting like real tight.
Yeah. Dice. Matt's dice.
Final answer?
Yeah.
You're correct.
Okay.
Yeah, so that is coming in at how many?
4.
No, nope.
3.
Nope.
5.
Yes. Perfect. Good answer. Good answer. So, Matt's 5 dice had 5 occurrences in Lord of Chaos.
Okay.
And what do you think tied it for 5 occurrences in Lord of Chaos?
Yeah, now I'm stumped a little bit.
Yeah, you should be.
The dragon? No, I don't.
No,
No, the dragon didn't show up very much.
The dragon showed up.
Not
5 times, but...
No. Is it the Forsnaken symbol?
It is. You're correct. The Forsnaken. Yeah, so that's the snake. That's like the clover leaf. Also at 5 occurrences.
Really? 5? Okay.
Yeah. And I think that was we only got it this book. We haven't seen it before this book.
No, that was new. Yeah.
Yeah, so pretty cool. 5 occurrences. That's pretty big. And then tied for third place. So we got first place, Ed?
Perrin Wolf?
Yeah, so Perrin... no, not that. That's wrong.
No.
That's incorrect.
Oh, that's wrong.
So I was... so coming in at third place. First place was 6. Second place was 5. Third place, what do you think showed up?
Okay, it's not Perrin Wolf.
It's not Perrin Wolf.
Because that's like at the end. Well, I was like, maybe is 2 a lot for this book? I don't know. The Adam?
No.
Oh, because that was at least a couple times.
It did show up a few times.
The Andor Lion?
Yes, you are correct.
Okay.
Good job. And how many occurrences?
3.
Nope.
2. 1.
Higher.
Oh.
This is in third place for most popular. 4 occurrences with the lion.
4.
You're just shouting out all the numbers. Okay, and what tied the lion?
God, I don't know.
You already said it. You said it once.
The dragon?
Yeah, that's correct. The lion and the dragon both had 4 occurrences this book.
Okay.
So that's exciting. Okay, do you want to do for the most popular from books 1 to 6?
I actually don't.
Okay, I'm going to rattle them off just so you know. So, Wheel and Snake comes in at number 1 in the entire series so far, books 1 to 6.
Yeah.
At 36 occurrences.
Yeah.
And the Flame of Tarvalin comes in second place at 35 occurrences. So, very tight race between the two of those. I'm looking forward to see what happens by the end of the series here.
Okay.
Now, there's a pretty sharp drop-off. So 36 and 35. Then third place is the Dragon's Fang at 19 occurrences in the series so far. Then the 5 Dice, which has 18 occurrences. And then the Wolf at 17 and the Dragon at 17.
Cool.
And there you go.
There I go.
Yeah.
I totally remembered everything you just said and paid attention.
Very exciting stuff.
Very exciting. You're right. Now, Brett, I am downright giddy. Can I tell you why?
Yeah, please do.
I'm so excited. Like, over the top happy, and I can't contain it.
Wait, is it about this chapter? Like the chapters here?
Yeah. I figured something out.
Oh, you did? Okay.
I was just doing my notes, like, right before we sat down here, up to the last minute.
Yeah.
And I legitimately, like, in my soul, know I figured something out.
That's exciting.
And I am so excited.
Okay.
I don't think you can confirm it, but I'm going to tell you.
Is it about something that you think is going to happen or something that has happened?
No, I figured something out.
Okay. All right. Oh, okay.
I'm so excited.
No, that's very cool.
And maybe in like 3 sentences, you'll completely...
Possibly. It'll crush your spirit a little bit. That's fine.
Disarm everything I'm thinking, but...
Yep.
Okay.
You mean bring up good counterpoints to your theory?
Basically, yeah. But I feel as sure about this as I felt about, like, knowing Selene was Lanfear. That's how good I feel.
Wow.
Yeah.
You were really sure about that.
I was very sure.
Okay.
All right. So, last time we were here, and I'm going to be pretty thorough with this last time on because we are, as you mentioned, recording this live on our Discord.
Okay.
But the episode before this hasn't been released yet. So they haven't heard everything, and so I'm just catching them up as well.
Gotcha.
So last time, we were here, the crew in Cairhien figured out that Rand has been taken.
Yes.
Very late, if you ask me. It took them like 6 full days or something.
Too long, because they don't talk to each other.
Yep. They all decide to head off to find him and rescue him, and this is led by Perrin, and they have literally no plan.
Yes, that has been a kind of a big sticking point. The plan is
to leave and go in the direction that Rand went, and that's it. That's literally the plan, and it's the worst.
Yes.
It's a bad plan. Good plan, rescue Rand.
And I fired back that they do have a plan, and it's charge. So,
and to be fair, that's the plan they used.
I know, and it kind of went okay.
It was going to get them all straight up murdered.
Maybe. Okay.
Okay.
Part of the pattern.
Okay.
Part of the pattern.
Also, what happened last time was the Perrin crew met up with the Saladar Caemlyn Aes Sedai and the Two Rivers men who were joining them on their journey to not let Elaida have Rand.
Yep.
With very different ideas of what they will do with Rand once he's free.
Yeah. Okay.
So that's also not great.
Okay.
Now, Rand and Min are both in the camp as prisoners and are being tortured. Mm-hmm. And Lews Therin is finally cooperating, giving me all the life I need.
Yes, okay.
And giving Rand good advice.
Yeah. Well, I mean, for the most part.
Guess what? It gets better.
It does get better. I told you it gets better before it gets better.
So that's it? No, that's not your saying. That's
the
opposite
gets worse
of your
before
saying.
It gets worse. Yeah. we get a both situation where both things happen.
This is so good. I love Lews Therin. He's my favorite character. Okay. What? Why are you laughing?
No, last episode you had me siding with Lews Therin, and we were just like, kill everybody, right?
I actually don't remember, but I for sure had you siding with me.
Yeah, you're starting to convert me, but that's okay.
Yeah. All right. So, chapter 55, Dumai's Wells.
Yes.
Which apparently is very famous.
Well, it wasn't before, but now it will be.
Oh, yeah. No, I mean like in the Wheel of Time community.
Oh, yeah.
Not in the book.
But, I mean, it's kind of an important point to this, too, that before this event, it's just like a little watering hole.
Yeah, literally not even that.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, it's a place to stop and fill up your water skins before you move on. And now it's like Dumai's Wells is a thing and an event.
Okay, chapter symbol, the Aes Sedai symbol.
Yes.
The, like, two together.
The ancient Aes Sedai symbol.
And is that the first time we get that in this book? I don't know.
I know, and the answer is no. We had it once before.
Oh, once, okay.
Yeah.
Now, we're going to enter in a Gawyn perspective, and as soon as this happened, I thought to myself, Gah!
Why Gawyn?
Gawyn? And I was like, is Gawyn going to be the key here? Oh my
like
God.
Gawyn's going to save Rand?
Is Gawyn going to save Rand? And then, as I was reading the first 2 pages, my mind started just, like, spiraling like crazy.
Like,
because
what's going on?
At the end of the last episode, I started to make some predictions, and you were like, no, just go read, like, the end, and we ended.
Yes.
And all of the things I said, I missed out on some, like, crucial people and things.
People, places, and events.
So in the first 2 pages of reading, I wasn't even really taking in what I was reading, and my mind was just going.
Yep.
I put down my book, and I said, Brett, I have a new prediction.
You did
because
say that.
I just thought of something I didn't think of before, and it was the fact that we haven't heard anything about the Black Tower in a very long time.
You did say it.
And I completely believe that they're going to somehow show up.
Yeah.
And then I sort of started second guessing, and I was like, well, how are they going to know where to gateway to?
Yeah. So, but I will confirm that you did, in fact, as soon as you started reading before you got to that event, you did say, oh, what about that?
I did.
And then you swore a little bit, and you're like, I should have said that on the pod like 2 minutes ago. But
thank you.
You didn't say it on microphone, but that's okay.
Yeah, I'm doing it now.
You do it.
It counted.
I'll verify that you did say that.
And now that I've read it twice and I figured out something, I have all my answers. Okay.
Oh, about that?
No, you don't even know yet.
Okay.
You don't even know, Brett. You don't even know.
Okay.
You should know, though, because it's pretty obvious. So, we got Gawyn.
Yep.
That guy. He's traveling with the Tower Aes Sedai. Of course. I completely forgot, actually. He's at the head of the column of people and wagons, and he looks back at the trail of people. Most of his younglings are there, and Galena has ordered them to be, like, at the back.
Yeah.
Probably because, like, she wants them dead. Like,
she
that's
does.
Part
so
of the plan,
that's like
right?
one of the part of her plan is that she wants them dead, and she
Shido
wants
to
the
take
Shido
him
to
out.
take him out. Exactly.
Okay, so he thinks about the one wagon with the 6 Aes Sedai riding beside it, because that's where Rand is.
Yep.
And he thinks that he would have killed Rand if he had the chance, but what Galena is doing is sickening, and how, like, no one deserves to be treated like this.
Yeah, and I mean, okay, kind of, sort of, a little bit too little too late, Gawyn, because you're compliant right now, and, like, you're helping this happen. And sure, what could he do, but...
Literally nothing, yeah.
Yeah, but you're still part of it.
And he thinks about Egwene's letter to him.
Yes.
And how he had promised her he wouldn't lay a hand on Rand.
Yep.
And he thinks to himself, well, I certainly hope Egwene realizes that this isn't the same as me hurting him.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I didn't raise the hand, so I said I wasn't going to hurt him, but I also didn't say I was going to help him.
Right.
So technically, she should be fine with this.
She should be fine with this.
Yeah.
Guys, Egwene will be fine with this.
Do you think that she's going to be fine with this?
With Gawyn's part in this?
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah. I don't think she... Yeah.
Oh, you think that Egwene
I think
is going to
she
be...
will be.
Okay,
yeah.
like it's not going to really come up.
No, it should come up, and she shouldn't be okay with it.
Yeah.
But...
They're either not going to talk about it,
Yeah.
or she's going to, like, just breeze over it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Or the communication won't be there, it won't matter.
What
whatever.
I did find interesting was that Gawyn didn't even know Rand was prisoner here for a couple of days, like a while.
Yeah.
So they really kept them all separated.
Yeah. And he does care, though, about Min, and he doesn't believe that she deserves what's happening to her.
Yeah.
And the warders haven't let up on her guard, or he would have helped her escape.
Yeah. Which is also like, okay, thanks, Gawyn.
Right.
So.
Okay. Now, a horse gallops up with a guy, like, slumped over on it.
Yep. So he orders the column of horses, like the entire column, to stop. And that's when he finds out that it's one of his youngling scouts who's returning.
And he's, like, almost dead.
Yeah.
And he's like, Aiel, thousands of them.
Yeah.
On all sides, I think. And then he dies.
Okay, did you think at this point that it was like Rand's Aiel? Or did you have any thoughts yet on that?
I don't know. I was
You're
too
just like,
busy
okay.
thinking about the Black Tower.
Sure.
While I was
that's
reading.
Fair. That's fair. You know, I understand the whole, like, you know, kind of tune out some of Gawyn's thoughts, but yeah.
Yeah, and I did, like, reread it a little bit, and I'm like, okay.
Okay. Well, we know now that it definitely isn't that.
Yeah, because unless we had completely missed the whole watch what's going on and come up with a plan portion.
Sure.
I didn't believe that this was Rand's Aiel. I thought this actually was Shido coming to, like, kill Gawyn.
Okay,
And the
interesting.
younglings. Like, I thought that maybe this was them riding in, and this was part of the plan, and that's why Galena's kind of flippant about it, because it's supposed to be like this attack, quote, and then it's just going to be the younglings who fight, and get all dead, and then...
So just to clarify things here, so for anyone who is definitely confused, this is not Rand's Aiel, this is the Shido, but not coming to kill the younglings.
No.
They're coming to kill everybody.
Yeah, and you know what? I actually, on my second read-through, figured out it was because of the whole thing that the Wise Ones did to that woman. Make sure it looked like the power
They pulled her apart, and now they're all rampage, like trying to storm the Aes Sedai caravan and kill all the Aes Sedai.
Right.
And it seems like that was part of Savannah's plan.
Yes.
To make them attack.
Right.
So,
and probably in the process rescue Rand and be like, look, Rand, we saved you.
Well, and that's the big thing. Yeah. Savannah's plan is not to kill Rand, from what we've seen.
She wants to marry him.
So that she can be like, I don't know, queen of the Aiel.
Queen of everyone.
That's Kara, whatever the...
That's what she wants. Kara Queen.
Kara Queen, there you go.
There you go.
Okay, figured it out.
Yep. Anyway, so Gawyn is very concerned about this. He orders his men to stop the wagons and ready the younglings, and then Gawyn tells Galena there's thousands of Aiel closing in on them, and she's like, you fool, those are the Shido. They're here to give us an escort.
Yeah.
And Gawyn's like, yeah, and what if they're not?
Because they killed one of my guys already.
And what happens if they're Althor's Aiel come to rescue him? And then she's like, okay, maybe we could be a little cautious.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we also kind of get snuck into this paragraph, too, with Gawyn's thoughts. He knows that Galena has suggested multiple times for him to go off scouting by himself with his men. And he knows...
It's a little suspicious.
Yeah, he's like, oh, I'm pretty sure, like, if I leave, I'm not coming back alive. So he's also very suspicious. So he's in a bad spot right now if he thinks that literally the Aes Sedai he's traveling with are trying to murder him, too.
Right.
So, like, he's in a tough spot. But I have no sympathy for the guy.
No.
Like, you dug your hole.
Yeah.
So...
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Okay, and then we get a perspective change to Rand in the box.
Yeah, he's still here.
Yeah, it's hard to breathe, smells bad. We get an update on how things have been going for him. They beat
bad.
him every morning and every evening, like Galena said.
Yep.
And then, after they beat him in the evenings, they wash him, or like throw a bucket of water on him, basically.
Yeah.
Every inch of him burns. His half-healed wound on his side is throbbing. He can feel Alana getting closer and closer, but then he's like, that doesn't matter.
Also, he's not sure if that's like hallucinations or not, because he's also going super bonkers from the torture.
Of course, yeah. And then he's like, oh, also, there's 6 Aes Sedai with them, so they won't be any match for what's going on here.
Yeah.
And then he's like, no, never again. Don't trust anybody.
Yeah, so that's going to probably be bad.
Yeah.
But, I mean, okay, so one thing I did kind of pick up, it kind of seems like the Aes Sedai are also keeping the box out in the sunlight to make it hot in the box.
Sure.
Just, like, for more torture.
Sure.
Because he thinks about how the sunshine on it is making the box hotter.
Sure.
And it's like the one caravan that doesn't have like the thing over it.
Uh-huh.
It's just like if you want to,
it's just more.
It's more. Add it on.
It's more and terrible more.
Yeah.
More terrible. All right, Rand is also still fumbling along the 6 soft points, and he can't stop himself. He does it over and over, and he thinks the fumbling is important.
Yeah, the fumbling is important because
the more he does it, like he catches it as soon as they let go.
He's waiting for them to make the mistake.
Yeah.
So.
Okay, so now Rand feels the box being shifted and moved, which happens at nighttime when they take him out. And it means another beating, but it also means getting out of the box and getting to, like, sleep.
Yeah.
At least out of the box, right?
No. You think that he gets to sleep out of the box?
Yeah, he says that.
Let's check.
Okay.
Yeah, so he looked up some words.
Yeah.
He's tied up and bound, but he sleeps
Trust. He's trust.
Like a goose.
Yeah.
Like a chicken. I looked it up.
Uh-huh.
But yeah, so it's also bad.
Yeah, so he is able to be out of the box for sleep.
Yeah, and it's kind of like a hard spot when it's like he's looking forward to getting a beating.
Yeah.
Because that means he gets to be let out of the box.
Out of the box for a minute. Mm-hmm.
Poor guy.
Yeah. So now the tiniest bit of light comes through the lid of the box, but he can't really see what's going on. His head is between his knees. He groans as the box shifts, and then, like, it doesn't move.
Yeah. Because he thinks it's night, but it's not night.
It's not night. And so he's so confused. And then he starts getting really angry because he's like, oh my God, they mean to have me sleep in here tonight.
Yeah.
They're not even going to let me out. And so he starts like getting really, really crazy upset.
Yeah. Which, I mean, we know that they're moving him.
Yes.
Because they're under attack.
Yeah.
So, like, we can kind of line it up.
Yeah.
Time-wise.
Mm-hmm. And he thinks at one point he can hear a woman laugh because he's, like, frantically calling out, let me out, let me out. And he, like, cries for a time and then snarls at Luce Theron to help him. And then Luce Theron's like, yeah, help me too. We all need help here, bud.
Yeah.
And then Rand is,
Keep
like,
fumbling at the points.
feeling at the points. And that's it. That's where we leave Rand.
It's just, like, all bad. You just really get to kind of figure out where, you know, Rand's head is.
Yeah.
And it's going to be worse after, like, even once he escapes, you're going to have that PTSD for probably forever. Like,
Eons.
look at Egwene, who was, you know, captive with the
Well, look
Seanchin.
at Luce Theron and his
man.
PTSD from 3,000 years ago.
I mean, okay, special case, but hey, I get it.
Yeah, no.
We get it, Luce Theron. You killed your wife and family.
Yeah, being a captive is bad for your brain.
Yeah,
For sure. Yeah.
So he put it on the record.
Yeah.
Don't
do that. Don't capture people and torture them.
Torture them in a box.
Don't do it.
All right.
Okay, so perspective change to Perrin. Perrin and crew are on their bellies, crawling up a hill to get a look at the scene ahead of them.
Yeah, because they need to come up with a plan.
Yeah. It's been like 10 plus days.
Yeah.
And we still haven't come up with a single thing. And I mean, to be fair, if in his head he's like, I need to see what it looks like and then I'll come up with a plan, then it's like, fine.
That's a legit thing.
But that was never anything anyone thought.
We just didn't see it.
I know.
But they're like, okay, we're going to look and then we're going to go.
What do we do once we find it?
And
I don't know.
They have like a little bit of a plan here.
No, their plan sucks.
Okay.
So the wolves have given him some idea, but seeing it for real is a real shock. So about a mile from where they are, there's a huge mass of Shido completely surrounding a ring of wagons, and men are centered around a small clump of trees in the middle.
Yep.
A number of the wagons are just like on fire. And it's pretty clear there's a huge one-power battle happening because there's like fire and lightning and bodies getting tossed around. So that's not great.
Yeah.
And this is the indication that, yes, the Shido.
You got
the Shadow.
You know what? Maybe.
No. So the Shido are attacking the Aes Sedai.
Yes.
And we're watching that happen here.
Yeah.
So
it's all pretty straightforward too for their battle tactics, because it's just kind of like a small inner circle. The wagons are like ringing the circle, and the Shido are literally all the way around, like on all sides.
Yeah.
Attacking to try and overwhelm them.
Right.
And I gotta say, numbers wise, because we kind of get a count there, that Karuna crawls up beside Perrin, and she's like, there's got to be 200 or 300 women down there channeling.
She's never seen so many weaves at once.
Which is crazy. So 200 to 300, we know that there's like 39 Aes Sedai from the tower that are in that little, inside the pocket. And that means there's like 200.
And Rourke confirms there's about 40,000 Shido.
40,000 Shido, and probably about 200 to 300 wise ones. And we think about like 200 to the 40, it kind of gives you a power scale of how strong the Aes Sedai are, that they're not immediately overwhelmed, because they don't have 40,000 troops to hold back the Shido.
No.
So, I mean, like, they're doing something here.
Yeah, that's fair. That's true. So now Doberrain looks at the scene and says, the Lord Dragon is down there, and you mean to go in there and bring him out? And Perrin's like, yep, that's the only plan we have.
Yep.
And then Doberrain's like, all right, we're going to go in, but I don't think we're going to come out. And Rourke's like, yeah, true.
Yeah.
True dat.
Numbers wise, again, so it's about 40,000 of the Shido Aiel.
Yep.
And then Perrin probably has about 8,000 or so men.
Okay.
Like units.
Like nothing.
Yeah, because it's 5,000 Saswaiman, 1,000 maidens, which is the big, and then there's like 500 Kyranen, 300 archers from Two Rivers, 200 Manor guards. So there's about like 8,000-ish.
Yeah.
Plus almost 100 wise ones, and then like 9 Aes Sedai. So,
yeah.
But he's also got his special backup units.
Yeah. Wolves.
Yeah, 1,000 of
Chaos.
them.
He also has chaos, and
he does, not paying attention to them hitting him from the back.
Yeah, so. The element of surprise.
Yeah, absolutely.
To create more chaos.
Yeah, as is the book title. Okay.
Okay. So Karuna's like, listen, we're not gonna win. We don't have enough channelers. And Perrin's like, then go home.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna let Elida have rant. And then Karuna's like, good.
She's just
I will not either.
She's pushing his buttons to see what his reaction is going to be.
Telling him that he's going to die. And I have to say that this Karuna, she's green, right? Her and Bera, what's the other one's name?
Bera, yeah. Karuna and Bera.
They're
both green.
Are both green, and I wonder how much actual like battle experience they actually have.
Well, we can see what their battle strategy is.
Is it good? I don't know what you're talking about.
No, we get to see them in the fight.
Oh, are they good?
No.
Oh, okay.
None of the Aes Sedai are good.
Okay.
They're all terrible.
It's like, I don't know. I don't remember that.
Yeah, no, they're like walking around, like throwing a couple fireballs at people.
Yeah.
But it's like, that's what we're going to do, is we're going to stack up the Aes Sedai in general up against the newly founded Asha'man be like, hey. Asha'man.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm saying it the same. I
no, you're not.
Asha'man.
You're saying
You like the harsher S.
SH. Yeah, the
Asha'man.
Asha.
Okay.
Because it's different than Aja, because that's what
I'm not saying Aja. I'm saying Asha'man.
That's the same.
Asha'man. Oh my god. Okay. Anyways, battle strategy. Aes Sedai is terrible. They're terrible.
Oh yeah, they're bad.
They also
even
have the 3 L's.
Battle Aja.
Yeah.
Even them.
Asha. They also have the 3 L's to consider too, which is part of the issue.
Yes, I guess so.
So they can't attack because they're not shadow spawn. The Shido aren't shadow spawn, so they can't just like start throw lightnings and fires from a distance.
But it's to protect themselves, right? And others.
Only if they feel that they're in danger or in the defense of their lives or the life of their warder or another sister. But like, it's got to be a personal feeling too of that.
Okay.
So they don't. It's kind of like lying, right? Technically, you can say something that's not true if you believe it's true. So you have to physically feel like you're in danger for you to go and attack, not shadow spawn. So.
Okay, that's fair.
Yeah.
So now we get what the game plan is, and it's basically to charge in, get Rand, free him somehow, and hope that Rand isn't too injured so he can make a gateway and get as many people out as possible before they're all just killed.
Yeah. So they have a plan, but again, it's not. It's not super good.
This reminds me of when Perrin was rescuing the Cothins and the Luhans or something from the White Cloak camp.
Yeah, and he's just like, we're going to go.
We're going to run in and we're going to figure it out. And even while he was in there, it like didn't go that well.
I'm just going to bring this up. So Matt, Battle Commander, has actual strategy. And, he's the kind of guy who kind of fights his, Tavirness, and same with Rand sometimes. Yeah. But Perrin is just a guy who's like, you know what? Pattern's going to figure it out. Let's get in there and the wheel's gonna, wheel weaves, bro.
I
He's
guess
just
so.
like, that's what his
Although
style
I never
is.
once heard him say anything like that.
No, me neither. Not at all. I'm just
No.
saying, like, maybe that's his, like,
I don't
internal
think
philosophy.
So. I really don't think so. Because he's like, I'm no hero. I suck at this.
Yeah, and it's like, yeah, man, you do, and the wheel is just, like, bailing you out as hard as it can.
Yeah.
Perrin's like, oh, man, he's doing it again. He's doing it again. He's going in.
Yeah.
Doesn't have a battle plan. Bail.
All right.
Okay.
So now the Two Rivers men and the winged guards split in half, act as guards for the Wise Ones and the Aes Sedai.
Yep.
And maybe act as some sort of cover for a possible retreat.
So here's the thing. So the Two Rivers have bows. They can shoot from far away.
300 paces.
Yeah, so they're going to hang out and protect the Wise Ones and also fire their bows. And then the winged guards, the Mayenners, are going to protect the Aes Sedai, who Perrin thinks are going to hang back with the Wise Ones and, like, shoot fireballs from a distance. Mm-hmm. And the Mayenners are kind of like, they want to go in, but they're like, cool, we're going to protect the Aes Sedai.
Right.
And that's important because we see in the middle of this battle, that's when the Mayenners, Perrin, like, something catches his eye, and he's like, what the hell are the Mayenners doing here? And then he sees the Aes Sedai walking around the battlefield with the Mayenners. And he's like, what the heck is up? Because they didn't tell him that they were just going to head on in.
Of course they didn't.
Of course not.
No.
Why would you communicate your plans with the battle leader?
Right.
That'd be helpful.
Well, especially considering that they have their own plans for Rand.
Exactly. Yeah. So.
Okay. Also, Perrin does a weird thing where he doesn't want a horse to die, so he's going in on foot.
Yeah, so he doesn't want Stepper or Stair to die, but it's also important because he knows that in battle you get style points. So he's going to do the style points thing with the horse, doing the half-run thing on the horse.
Lend me a stirrup when the time comes.
Yeah, because style points definitely count.
And you know what? No Saldeans are even here to appreciate what he's doing.
I know, they'd be like, whoa, we got to add that to the repertoire.
Yeah.
Right? Okay.
Good.
You get it.
All right.
Get it.
Go time. So.
Oh, you didn't do the cute thing with Ruark.
What?
Ruark and Amys.
Ruark and Amys, yeah.
Yeah, may we see the sunrise together, shade in my heart. It's cute.
Ah, it's cute.
It's cute. They don't want each other to die.
They don't. Lovely.
Loving couple.
Yeah, so Ruark's pissed because there's no actual pipers to play them into battle.
Bagpipes, yep.
But he says, time for the pipers to play the dance. And the Aiel veil themselves. Everyone goes. They advance. We also get that the maidens have a red cloth tied around their arms to look different from the Shadow Maidens, which kind of pisses them off because they're like, clearly we look so different.
Yeah, and it's,
And it's like dressed in your Cadinsor.
You all look this,
and all I can see is like your literal eyes.
We've talked about this before, but like technically they should have different garments.
Yeah.
Like they do, from everything we can tell, they've got different clothes.
Different shades of beige and brown in the midst of
like Two Rivers
battle.
guys aren't going to be able to tell. And then the Saswayamon already have the headbands.
Yes.
So they don't technically need the armbands.
Right.
So that's why they can all tell apart. Because the Shadow don't have any Saswayamon, obviously.
No.
Yeah.
So now Perrin notices as they approach, the Shadow are so involved with the Tower Aes Sedai, they don't seem to notice Perrin and the army approaching from behind. Element of surprise.
Yeah, element of surprise.
And
that's what it is.
The Aes Sedai and Wise Ones are almost in position. The Shadow don't seem to notice.
It's like this big build up. It's like 500 yards, 400, 300.
And here we go.
Yeah, cool.
Cool.
Do Dobrain's call. Do it.
The Lord Dragon, Taborwin, and Victory.
Yeah, but that wasn't very enthusiastic. Okay, that's fine. That's
you
fine.
do it.
I'm not doing it.
Well, then don't
you
tell me.
You made fun
to
of
do
me
it.
last time for how I say words.
What? No, never. I would never make fun of you.
No, I'm pretty sure you did. You're like, oh, if you're going to say it like that.
The Lord Dragon, Taborwin, and Victory.
Amazing. Okay.
And the charge begins.
Okay.
And then Perrin does his thing.
Oh my God.
Loyal charges.
There's a perfect. Oh man. Okay. I didn't even look it up.
What?
But this is totally like Lord of the Rings reference here.
Oh.
Can we get our Discord audience to pull up like a nice King of Rohan like little meme there? Can we get that? Do we have that? Okay, everybody came through 100% on the Discord, so this is like Theoden.
I was like, good that the people are here for you because
they know what it is. Battle of Pelennor Fields. He does his whole speech. It's like right now. It's great. That's what I envision.
Cool, because also Perrin tells the wolves to come now.
Yeah,
the
just like
thing.
Right before. It's super cool. So I'm 100%
All right,
on board.
perfect. Because we had the shot set up anyway.
Yeah.
Because finale of book 6.
Why the heck not?
Here we go.
So I'm just reading the Lord of the Rings memes. I'm sorry.
I was like, hello.
No. Okay. There's time for that later.
Sure. Okay. We're using our dragon symbol shot glasses.
Big fancy tall ones that are like custom made. They're really cool.
Yeah, they're
I like
cool.
them. All right, cheers.
Oh.
You okay?
Yeah. How long have those been sitting on the shelf? Did you wash them out? I think I got some dust.
They've been there for a while. I know I did not. Okay.
Okay.
Shall we continue?
Yeah. Oh, I got a throat clear from you. I never get a throat clear from you.
No, I know, but that's a separate thing.
Okay. Sure it is. All right, so here we go. Now, the wolves all run out. They hurl themselves into the back of the Shido. The Two Rivers arrows start raining down. It's all very cinematic. It's all very crazy.
Yeah, it is. It's very
classic fantasy action battle in my mind.
I do have to say RJ does a good job of writing battle scenes because there is a huge element of confusion and really focused on where you are and maybe seeing some stuff that's happening, but also you're really just focused in on a few, one or two people.
Right. You know what? The whole time I was thinking to myself, who's gonna die here?
Sure.
And we can get to it when it's over.
Yeah.
But I 100% thought...
You expected somebody.
At least.
Yeah. Doughbrain.
Or
something. Give me a named character
Give me someone.
Dies.
It's weird. We're 6 books in, and I mean, I'm sure it's all gonna come, at once.
Sure.
But here's the thing. I want to see somebody we know actually die.
Yeah.
And, know they're dead.
Okay.
Because the whole thing about Moraine is I still don't...
I know that. That.
But that's, it's a terrible thing.
Yeah, well, she's still not. But when did she disappear?
The end of last book.
It's been a long time.
It's been one book.
It's been a long time.
Yeah, it's been one book.
So at what point do you give up hoping?
I told you, the end of the series.
Okay. All right, fine.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah. Because I never know with Robert Jordan.
No, I get it. It's you get a call back 6 books later. It's
exactly.
Oh, yeah, I get it.
And that's not 100% unheard of. So the series has to definitively end, and then I will say.
And then you still won't believe because you're she's out there somewhere, man. I swear.
She's in an alternate universe.
Alternate dimension. There's a version of her still alive in a Portal Stone world.
Oh, for sure.
That's how it works.
That's maybe.
Yeah.
I actually don't know. Okay, let's get back to this crazy scene.
Okay.
So something catches Perrin's attention, and that is the Mayaner guards wandering around in the battle. So I did pick that up.
And that's concerning because that's when the Aes Sedai are here.
Right, okay,
Because they have to be in the heat of the battle to actually do stuff. Or that's just what their strategy is, which is all very questionable.
Do they have to feel actually threatened to be able to do anything?
We've kind of seen that a bunch of times about, you can't attack unless you are in physical danger or you're trying to protect your warder. And they can't just launch fireballs at real people from 300 paces away. The wise ones can because they don't have oaths.
Yeah.
But Aes Sedai have those restrictions.
Okay.
So.
All right. Well, anyway, somewhere ahead of Perrin, a huge hollow boom, like a thunder strike happens.
Before we get to that.
Oh.
What is that sound?
The gateway?
No, it's not. Gateways don't make big hollow thunderclap booms.
I thought maybe these Sidene ones did.
Well, Rand makes gateways.
Yeah, but Rand is a little more skilled. I thought maybe this was a little rough.
And here's the thing. The thunderclap happens before the big...
what is it?
It's Rand blowing up the box.
Oh!
It's described identically to that. With Min, it's thunderclap boom.
Oh.
So this is the Rand blows up the box. And then almost immediately is when Asha'man starts showing up.
So when we get back into Rand's perspective here in a minute...
Yeah.
It's a little bit back in time.
Exactly. Yes. So technically, he gets free at the same time as them showing up, so he was getting free anyways.
Well, that's what I do want to say. Go Rand and lose Theron.
Okay, well, let's get there.
They did free themselves.
Let's get there.
Okay.
So, I just had to,
Okay, so gateway opens up, slices some people and a horse in half.
Yep.
A black-coated man with a sword jumps through, gets a spear right away, but then there's 8 to 9 more men in black coats jumping through. The gateway closes, and then more gateways open up.
Yeah, all across the battlefield. So we have right in front of Perrin this happens, and I do have to just say for the record, the one dude goes down with a spear, but then the other 8 or 9 surround him. So there's a very good chance that he's not dead.
Healed.
Because that's the first thing that we know that they learn.
Yeah, we're soldiers and we
Yeah.
We
heal you, you get back up, you keep fighting. That's like
right.
Taim's kind of motto there. So,
okay.
I mean, hey, and then
all right.
across the battlefield...
The Aiel just, like, start to burst into flames with their heads exploding like melons.
Yeah, so it's very descriptive, but that's the one thing I kind of want to point out here, is the Asha'man are crazy good at fighting. They are
just,
weapons.
Like, blowing shit up.
They're not just like, fireball, as the
It's like,
Aes Sedai
kill you, kill all of you.
We're going to kill everybody, and then we're going to work collectively to kill everybody, but let's get there.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, Perrin sees more of these gateways opening up, and then he's still close to Loyal and Aram, but they're super stuck in this fight now. They're not able to push forward.
Yeah.
They're fighting desperately to stay alive, and Perrin thinks he's, like, basically about to die.
Yeah, and it's really sad because he's like, I won't even be able to apologize to Fael for not coming back home. But Perrin, you are living through this fight.
Yes.
He doesn't even know it.
He doesn't even know
yet.
Okay, so... we get a perspective change to Rand, who's still inside the box, fumbling around, and then suddenly he freezes because one of the soft points of the shield turns to a hard point.
Yes, okay. We
know
what? That.
We haven't even made one joke one time about the soft being hard.
Soft being hard?
Soft going hard. The soft points go hard, and it's
man.
a good thing when they... I don't know. It's just like...
I feel like there's a joke there.
There's definitely a joke there, and it's so easy. It's a low-hanging fruit for that joke. That's what she said.
Okay. No,
it's just like every time I think about it and I don't let myself say it, but
yeah, it's a Dark One's taint situation all over
seriously,
again. Yeah.
Seriously.
It's like, come on.
It's like, stop fingering your swords.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Did you have to design Tar Valon like that? Come on.
Oh yeah, he did.
Yeah.
No, that's on purpose.
Oh, of course it is. It's
okay.
all on purpose. Everything's
on purpose. So then we get a second point, a third point, and a fourth point.
So let's talk about what's happening. What does that mean?
It means that they're tying off the shield on Rand. So we had
6, and then 4 of them
tied off to go participate in the battle.
The fight. So whatever's happening, it's going worse for the Aes Sedai, so they have to pull them away from Rand to go and help.
And they tie it off. They don't just, like, drop it completely.
Of course, because that would be insane, but they tie off the shield, which is against custom, but they're in a sticky situation.
But they're in a situation, that's for sure. So, the last 2 points stay soft.
Yep, because that means they're staying there to maintain.
They're still 2 staying there.
Yeah.
And Lews Therin's like, shoot, they're going to feel it and call the other ones back when you try to break free.
So
and
that's the thing.
Maybe in a regular situation...
But they do. They do that. That happens.
I don't think so.
Well, it does, and I'll tell you why.
Okay.
So
I will argue it when you tell me why.
Okay. So 4 tie off their shields.
Yep.
And then the 2 that... It. Okay, yeah, but that's what we're going to do. The 2 are still there maintaining the shield.
Yep.
And then that's when he's like, they're going to feel it because those 2 who are still maintaining the shield will feel when he starts popping those hard points.
Yeah.
And breaking through the shield.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, yeah, for sure they're going to feel it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not arguing that point, but it's just they're not coming back.
Okay, and I'll tell you that they are, and I'll tell you why.
Okay.
Let's go.
We'll see.
Yeah.
So, Rand is like, this is now or never. I'm never going to get another chance. And so he feels for the points, and he can somehow feel around the shape of a knot and the tiny spaces in between. So he squeezes air and slowly undoes the knot. And Rand can't explain what he does next, but Lews Therin explained how to do this during their time in the chest between his crazy ramblings.
Yeah. Just for the record, you said air, but he's not technically channeling. He said it's like air in the space of a knot.
Okay.
But he's like putting himself in the knot and then flexing to burst it.
Sure.
Or yeah.
Yeah, okay, sure. I guess so.
He's not channeling air.
No, that's fair. Okay, because he's not channeling.
Yeah.
Okay, so...
And that's kind of the point is Rand...
It resists. The knot resists as he's, like, doing the thing. And then it trembles and bursts. And now there are 5 points and the barrier is thinner. And so he keeps going.
Yes. Yeah.
Now, he keeps going. Rand's freaking out. He's frantic. He has to do this before the other sisters get back. And then he breaks the 4th knot. And now the shield is there with only 3 soft points. And Rand reaches for Saidin and pushes against it.
Okay, so you skipped stuff. And that's why you're not sure about them coming back.
Oh, okay. What happened? Tell me.
So he breaks he breaks the first one.
Yep.
And then he does the second one, and the shield thins, right? And then he does it to the third one, but then a third soft point appears. which means they recalled a third sister to come
but
back
only
and maintain.
One more.
They only called one back because it was too late. Yeah. He did it too fast, and they got one back, and that's why after he breaks, there's 3 sisters who are impacted.
Okay, because I thought that one was like still hanging around or something. Okay.
Because it was 4 hard points, and then he got 3 of them down. Well, okay. Because
to be fair, one is like down, and the other one is like screaming because she's clearly been like shielded violently.
Yeah, two are down, one's
violently.
Screaming. Yeah.
But then the other one who's down, like I didn't know if that was just like another one who's hanging out
so
around
it's
there.
That third soft point reappearing that's how we know that another one did get recalled.
Okay.
Because they probably were like, oh, what's happening? But they don't have any experience with this.
No, none. And so he seizes the 3 soft points and crushes them ruthlessly.
Yes.
And then Rand, still in the box, can channel, and then he uses air to explode the chest away from him with a loud
boom.
Boom.
That's the boom.
Got it.
So there we go.
Here comes the boom.
But yeah. So that's big, is that he literally, and he was right, 3 sisters are in a danger to him.
Yeah.
He was still shielded, and we know that it's harder to break a shield once it's already in place than it is to, like, if you're already holding all the power for the sisters to shield you.
Yeah, and so now Rand is free.
He crushes them. It's on. He did it. He freed himself.
He does it. So, did he still them all?
No. Because the 4 that were tied off, and that wasn't a direct link to the sister with Saidar. Okay. But since those 3 were maintaining the shield on him, he basically grabbed their ability to channel and crushed it out of them at the same time.
And that's why that one is like sitting there screaming.
The one who's conscious still. The other 2 are like unconscious
or
and
dead.
Also stilled and maybe dead.
Yeah.
But yeah, the one is traumatized. So.
Okay. All right, so Rand's free, Lews Therin is free, and Lews Therin thinks they will pay. I am the Lord of the Morning.
That's pretty cool.
So cool. I love Lews Therin so much.
Right?
So Rand knows he has to move quickly, but at this point he's struggling to move at all because...
he's literally just out of the box right now.
Yeah.
And he can't...
and he wants to move, and he can't do it very quickly. He's also, like, physically exhausted, mentally exhausted.
Yeah.
And so... he sees in the trees, it's the middle, like through the trees, it's the middle of the day. And he knows he has to move because Morrisette will be coming.
Because he doesn't know they're under attack. So he's assuming that he just blew up the box in the camp full of sisters.
Yeah.
So he's like, I got to get the heck out of here if that's even possible.
And then all of a sudden he sort of starts to realize that in the distance there's
like chaos of a huge freaking battle going on.
RJ uses the word cacophony of like battle around him.
Yeah.
And I love that word so much.
I swear the word apoplexy came up somewhere in the last... and I don't even know where, but I remember thinking
I do. I think that actually might have been the last chapter.
Maybe. It could have been.
It was recently though.
Yeah.
Apoplexy did come up.
Apoplexy, yeah.
But cacophony is it's also one of those words that I really love.
Yeah.
It's like caudalwalling or like one of those words that I just love. I don't know. Some words are so great, and cacophony is one of them.
Yes.
And in case anyone's wondering, the definition is a harsh, discordant mixture of sounds.
Now you gotta look up the word discordant. Why?
A cacophony of deafening alarm bells or something. Yeah. Like it's like a loud.
No, I know what the word means. It's like loud noises, but
harsh or jarring sound. Cool.
Okay.
That's fun. That's a good one.
Good definition.
Thanks. So now Rand recognizes a shape on the ground.
Yep, it's Min.
Yeah, but in the background, Lews Therin is still ranting about how he intends to sever everyone who imprisoned him.
I love it. I'm like, yeah, do it, Lews Therin.
Yeah,
I'm the vengeance kind of guy. I like vengeance. I don't want.
I'm here for that. I thought you were gonna be like, oh, Lews Therin, chill out.
No. So I have to play different sides of the table with you going through this podcast for different reasons because like I don't want to lead you on to a certain. I want to make you.
That's true, but we want your genuine reactions too.
No, nobody cares about that.
I do.
I know you do, but that doesn't matter. What matters is your first impressions.
The people would differ.
So I am 100% the vengeance side of LTT. Let's effing do it. Let's go. Let's sever every one of these sisters who was involved.
Yeah.
Right. Anything to do with it.
Yeah. I know. I agree.
Anyways.
I thought you were going to be like, Danny, you are so harsh all the time.
I get it. Like, let's not just like punish everybody who's involved.
Punish them all.
Come on. Let's do it.
Okay.
No, don't let Gawyn escape. Murder him. Get him.
Seriously. Rand recognizes Min on the ground.
Yeah, because she's also, like, tied up there.
Yeah, and he's like, oh my god, did I kill Min? And I was like, oh, is Min dead?
Ooh, not yet.
Not yet.
What?
Yeah. So she's conscious, and she's like, oh my god, I was worried you were dead, because there's a boob and wood everywhere, and...
She thought that the Aes Sedai blew the box up.
Yeah.
With him in it.
Yeah.
Which is,
would have been terrible.
Maybe possible as a last-ditch, we're not going to let anybody have him if we can't have him.
I mean, I wouldn't put it past them.
I wouldn't either, yeah.
So she's currently tied up. She's like, untie me, make a gateway, get us out of here. Actually, don't bother untying me. Let's just go.
Yeah.
And Rand cuts her bonds and is like, I can't make a gateway. I don't know where we are. I might not be able to channel that much anyway.
Yeah.
And then Rand then recognizes kind of what's happening around him. He can see Aiel fighting warders, Gawyn's men in their green coats also fighting like Shido, and he realizes he can feel Saidin being channeled everywhere.
Everywhere.
And he's like, we can't leave yet. I think my friends have come to rescue me.
Wink, nudge, nudge. I love it. Yes, your friends came. Excellent.
No.
Okay.
I mean, like, yes, excellent, but also very
Oh, come on.
Excellent.
So cool. This is the best.
Is it? Or are there nefarious reasons for them showing
don't
up?
Murder, thousands of
No.
people.
That part I don't care.
Oh, you don't? Okay.
Nope.
What are you going for?
I can't tell you
Is
yet.
this part of your, like...
I can't tell you yet. I need to have a reveal.
Okay. All right.
I wonder if the people can guess what I have potentially figured out. Okay.
For battle sequences, like, this is a very
that'll
cool
be confirmation.
Chapter.
Okay.
Yeah, okay. Just go.
The wagons make a big ring around the trees. This is what he's looking at here.
Yeah.
There's servants huddling together to keep the horses in line during all of this, like, of all the things to care about.
Well, what are the servants going to do?
Yeah. All the Aes Sedai are completely focused on holding back the Shido. They're spaced out on their horses around the wagons. And Rand spots Arian.
Yeah, told you gotta know her name.
Yeah, that was one of the...
That's the main one.
That's the one who he killed her warders, though.
That's the main one. That's the only one besides Galena and Katarina who are Black Aja that have tortured him more than...
Arian is Black Aja?
No. Galena and Katarina are Black Aja.
Yes.
And those two plus Arian
are the one torturing.
Are the ones who have tortured him more than once.
Okay.
So those three are all like the collective, like,
so
let's get
Luce Theron snarls, and Rand strikes out at her, and he feels LTT's disappointment because Rand shields her and then knocks her unconscious.
Instead of, like, severing her.
Sever.
And then, maybe kill? I don't know.
Yeah. LTT wants them all gone.
Yeah, he does.
And then he's like, now where's Galena? She must pay.
In his mind, Rand's like, if I decide to sever her or still her later, I want to look at her and I want her to know that it's me doing it. Yeah, because
right now they don't know what's going on.
Exactly.
So Rand's going to walk around and shield and make every Aes Sedai just, like, unconscious.
Yes.
And they don't really know what's happening.
He's, like, taking them down from the inside because he's, like, in the middle of the copse of trees.
Yeah.
And they're, like, on the outside trying to defend against Shido. So.
And then Luce Theron is, like, cheering Rand on. Yeah, get him. Galena's next. And then Rand's like, oh, it's Luce Theron who wants those three that badly. This is a battle, and he needs to not worry about getting just Galena right now.
Yeah.
Which is, like,
fair.
Where did she go?
Or is she, like, just dead in the bodies?
Nope.
Okay.
I mean, like, that'd be nice, but no. Galena doesn't get off that easy.
They are 100% surrounded.
No, I know that.
Like, there's no escape, like, let's go out the back door.
Yeah, no, I know.
Okay.
I don't know.
Okay. You think that she's, like...
Well, she's Black Aja, right? So, like, maybe she was somehow, like, rescued. Although that doesn't really happen for Black Ajas. Or, like...
Who's doing the rescuing?
Dark friends.
Yeah.
I don't know. She's probably hiding. She's probably, like, super coward.
Covered herself in leaves.
Actually,
lying
probably.
On the ground.
Like, I literally wouldn't...
How fast can you dig a hole with the one power?
Yeah.
And then, like, hide in it.
Hide in
the hole.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know, because we don't really get any mention of her by the end, do we?
No, we don't.
She's gone.
Yeah, she's gone.
She ran away.
They're literally 100% surrounded. There is no exit strategy here. There's 40,000 Aiel all surrounding in all directions.
I don't know. She must have had some deal with the Shido where she could get away. Or something.
They hate each other. Galena and the Shido and Savannah, they all hate each other. They all want each other dead.
Maybe, I don't know. You're literally shooting on everything I could possibly think of.
I know, that's the fun part.
Yeah. It's not fun.
It's pretty fun for me.
Fun for you. Okay, so Rand is just going around, taking out sisters.
Yeah.
Bonking them all on the heads.
In the shade, it's a frying pan. And he's just, like, whacking them. Yeah, bonk. You're unconscious now.
He's little bunny Fufu
Yeah.
hopping through the forest.
Yeah. And I will say that's
picking up the Aes Sedai.
The most unrealistic part is if you start hitting people with cudgels of air, like you're gonna break some skulls.
Probably. Oh, yeah, for sure.
Don't worry, they can get healed. It's okay.
Okay. So there's warders and younglings that are like fighting in clumps against the Shido, and the Aes Sedai are like doing their best, but with Rand like knocking them all out.
Yeah, it's like noticeably making a difference now.
Yeah.
In their defense strategy.
Yeah, and so Rand notices that there's Aiel fighting Aiel.
Because he's confused because he doesn't know what's going on.
No, he doesn't get that these are Shido like right away.
Yeah.
And
that like the Asha'man, like, the maidens with the armbands.
Yeah,
so.
Plus there's Kyrienin and Myenna's here too, and I don't know, Rand, like you disappear for like a week and a half and you think that no one's gonna notice you being gone.
His brain isn't working really well
now. I know that.
Yeah.
But it's interesting because it's like you're the most important person in the entire like Eastern world and
Eastern. Western. Randland is west.
Yeah, but like east of like Camelin. Like from Camelin to the waste is the east of our world.
Sure, yeah.
Yeah.
The issue is that there's a huge of the map. We're looking at the map right now.
Yeah.
There's a huge Aiel waste to the east of Randland, and then
which
like
also
Shara
Rand is
to
important.
east.
Yeah, but that I don't see that on the map. There's the west and the east, and he's important. He's the most important person in the entire east. Okay.
I get it. It's just like a weird.
No, it wasn't weird. It was weird that you thought it was weird. Okay.
No, it's like
no. Move on. So, obviously, everybody is like, "Shit, Rand's gone. We gotta fight."
Yeah, we gotta come save him. So.
Yeah, and the fact that the Aes Sedai didn't anticipate this like at all.
They have a pretty good plan in place, and it would have worked had they not completely underestimated or known about the Black Tower. Had the Black Tower had they not shown up, they would not be winning this fight.
Well, this is one of those things where it's like everything happens all at the same time. It's the place to be. It's one of those things that just like sporadically happens all at once.
And like the Shido double-crossed the Aes Sedai.
Well, and here's the thing. The Shido could have attacked yesterday.
Yeah.
And Perrin and crew wouldn't be there yet. But that's not RJ style.
Part of the pattern.
Right.
Yeah.
I get it.
I
get it. But the Aes Sedai thinking that they were going to get from Kyrien to Tar Valon untouched.
Yeah. So part of the like in all seriousness though, the Aes Sedai look at the Aiel like a bunch of like dumb savages, and they don't consider that they have their own motivations, like betraying and backstabbing the Aes Sedai, which is what happened.
Yes.
So they think that they're just like a bunch of savages, and who cares because we can defeat them.
Yeah.
And like they're holding their own, but if nothing else happened, they would be killed today.
Yeah.
Like they would all be dead, and Rand would be captured by the Shido.
Yeah.
Had everything that happened didn't happen that way. So.
Yeah.
It's Aes Sedai like arrogance
No, I
and
know,
overconfidence.
but let's say the Shido were no part of this. Even that, with everybody who's on Rand's side coming after Rand, kind of all at the same time.
Sure.
The fact that these Tower Aes Sedai thought that they could just like get away with this with no repercussions, they're just stupid.
But I get it. So
yeah, okay. And this also really isn't very good for optics. Like if the Elida Tower wanted to like still be in like good standing with anyone in the world. But here's the thing:
if you can capture him, then it doesn't matter what the optics are because you control the Dragon Reborn.
That's true.
So it doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter,
right?
I mean, it a little bit matters because you have another tower marching at you.
But again, how serious does Elida consider the opposition? Does she even think Saladar is a big deal?
I don't know. I think she's a little scared.
I mean, maybe, but we'll have to get inside Elida's head to figure that out.
Okay, let's get their next book, probably.
Yeah, maybe.
3 books from now?
Maybe. We got a couple left. Yeah.
Who knows?
Yeah.
Okay. So now at this point, there's about a dozen Aiel who head towards him who are not wearing red.
Yep.
And he watches them.
They're super casual, too.
And he just, stands there and watches.
Yeah.
And Min is standing there beside him, and one of them just sort of, raises a spear, kind of like a cudgel.
Yep.
Like the back of
So do you know what's happening here?
They're going to knock him out and take him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they're under the assumption that he is currently still shielded.
Yeah.
Because why wouldn't he be? So they're going to knock him out to capture him because, again, Savannah, these are like the Shido.
They want him, yeah.
They want to capture him. They don't want to kill him.
That's their orders.
So that's what's happening. And they assume that he's
shielded. So Rand's just, standing there watching this happen, and then he just, blasts the guy with fire.
All of them.
Yeah.
They're all dead.
All of them.
Yeah.
And then Gawyn appears in front of Rand and Min, and Gawyn's like, Min, come with me. I'll take you out of here. And Min's like,
no.
No. And then tells Gawyn that Elaine loves Rand and to leave Rand alone.
Yeah.
And then Gawyn isn't sticking around because, honestly, at this point, Gawyn, if you try anything, even Rand's thoughts are, please don't make me kill you. You're Elaine's brother, and that won't go well.
He would feel bad about it, but he would for sure do it.
Yeah.
And the thing is, Gawyn has had this thought in his head.
He could knock him out with air.
If he wanted to.
If
he really wants to. But, I mean, that's... Or just hold him. Like, there's a lot of options you could do with it.
But even that, like, wouldn't be great.
No, because at one point, like, are you going to just, like, let him go and he's going to try and kill you again? Or because Gawyn has this whole vendetta against him.
One day I will see you die, Althor.
Yeah, and remember his dreams.
That's my Gawyn voice. Did you like it?
It's a good one. I think he nailed it.
His dreams where he's, like...
Fighting Rand the monster.
Rand for Egwene's heart.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. Oh, you mean in the dream where nobody consents?
Yeah, that one.
Okay, so now as Gawyn and his men start to ride off and cut their way out, a black-coated man darts in front of Rand and starts to try to attack Gawyn.
Yeah.
But Rand uses air to knock him down so that Gawyn can get away.
Exactly. So that's one of the Asha'man.
And then this is when Rand, like, 100% recognizes what's going on.
Yeah.
And
I gotta say,
guy has both pins.
I was gonna say that. That's what I wanted to point out. I wasn't sure if you're gonna see it. So he's got the sword and the dragon.
Yeah.
And it's good because now we know that Taim is in fact giving out swords and dragons.
Yeah, but at least Taim gets to be the one to
give them out. Yeah, because I had a big rant, and I think I had some pretty good points about that.
I thought you had some good points.
Yeah. So, but at least he's also listening to Rand's orders about, like, hey, give them out. So, you know.
Okay. So now this is where famous Taim shows up and says to the guy, you would not strike the Dragon Reborn. And the man gets up and salutes, and then
That's an improvement, too, because last time the dude was still, like, it wasn't the same dude, but it's, like, different dude was, like, still snippy about it.
Yeah.
Well, it's they like, salute, so it's good.
Okay.
Positive.
So Taim says to Rand, under the circumstances, I hope you won't hold it against me that I'm violating your command about confronting Aes Sedai.
It's pretty funny.
I had reason to visit you in Cairhien, and blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
And then he tries to heal Rand.
He asks.
Well,
he very much
Rand
asks.
has to back away.
Well, okay, you're using strong verbiage, and I don't like that. Rand, does he have to? Taim says, hey, can I heal you? And then Rand backs away because he thinks, I have to back away because if I let him heal my wounds, it's kind of a weird sentence.
If he uses the power on me, I know he'll kill me or something.
You could read it I feel like you could read it both ways. Like if Rand lets Taim use the power on him, either Taim's going to kill Rand or Rand's going to kill Taim, which is like both fair.
Okay.
But it just depends on your interpretation. So
okay, so here's the thing.
Sure.
This is where we come to.
Oh, is this your theory?
This is part of it.
Excellent. Okay. So, give me the points here.
While Taim is talking, Lews Therin is ranting again.
Sure.
About killing everybody.
Yeah.
And the Forsaken, as he always does when Taim appears.
Sure.
Now, the last time we heard Lews Therin say anything about killing a Forsaken, he said Demandred first. And then Samael.
Yeah.
So.
Okay.
Taim is Demandred. Yep. The end. Nope.
No. You have to justify that because that's like a big step.
Yeah, I know. I figured it out. I did it. That's my prediction. So, here's the thing. Now, he's been going on and on and on. Lews Therin doesn't just see...
Sure.
Like, the person. He
sees... Okay, the inner soul, whatever you want to call it. Okay.
And he has always, always, always never trusted Taim. And
I want to get some clarification because that's like I like the Forsaken in disguise.
And at the very end of this book,
sure.
Have I not done well?
Ooh, okay. Now
so that solidified it for me.
I like it. I like the
theory.
And
how did he know exactly where to pop up here?
Well, how would being Demandred help that?
The Dark One tells him.
Oh, that's a weak answer. But anyways,
no,
okay.
It is absolutely not because it was clearly
sure.
You were called here.
Okay.
You know, if he's summoned to Shale Ghul.
The Dark One doesn't know everything. We know that from the Forsaken.
I know that.
Okay,
but I need more to this.
Pause. T.O., I need clarification. So, has Demandred always been Taim? Or is it like a Taim was Taim because there was literally like
maybe
Taim
like
rampaging across the countryside and then was captured and then escaped. So is it like Taim has always from the like point zero?
Yeah.
Or is it like Demandred saw an opportunity and took over his person? Yeah, because it would be like
character.
His
took
character.
over his character.
Like, oh, he escaped. And then, like,
I killed him, and now I'm Taim.
Now I am Taim.
Yeah.
So
maybe, possible. Okay. This is a new prediction, and it will develop with more information.
Okay.
No, I am allowed to have a new prediction, and it will develop with time. This is the justification. This is like the... Okay. This is it.
Okay.
This is the justification, is Lews Therin always rants about killing Forsaken when he's around. So I wanted to say, this is very clearly... It's happened too many times to be coincidence. Taim is clearly a Forsaken. And then I was like, which one? And then the whole Demandred thing last time. Yeah. And the whole Demandred thing at the end of this book verifies it for me. And I'm so excited. So I don't even want you to say words to me. Sure. I don't want you to try to make it. I can see your eyes going. Yeah, I see your face. You're trying to think of something to throw me off. Yeah. I don't want it.
You know what? Let's go with it for now.
Yes. Okay. We are going to go with it because that's what's happening here. Cool. It's 100% what's going on.
It. Yeah, no, I do. I like it.
98.6%. So
this is
what's
this
happening.
Is like the same as Lanfear being Selene. You were like, okay. Yes.
Because I have had icky feelings about Taim since the beginning. He's been a weirdo. Sure. And, this is what I need to do, is go back and reread like the last two books. Or when did we first get introduced to Demandred? Beginning of this book? In the prologue?
Mostly.
Or last book, do we get some too?
Mostly this book.
Yeah, because I need to know more about what that guy's been doing and what he's been up to. Okay. Because I can't remember.
I mean, there was that whole, conversation, I think it was Grendel and Samuel maybe.
About Demandred?
Yeah, and it was do you know what they're all up to? Because we know that, Masana's in the White Tower. Yes. Right? And we know that Semirog is in Eridomen and, all these different things. Or Grendel, whatever. It doesn't matter.
Okay, that's my new prediction.
Yeah. Okay. I like it. Let's go with it for now.
Yeah. So we're going with it. We're going with it forever. Until proven wrong. Okay. Until, proven 100% Demandred is clearly someone else.
So that's going to, kind of change the interactions with Taim then.
Oh, well, my interactions with Taim have always been terrible for me. I've always been on high alert.
But, if you're saying Forsaken in disguise, that is huge versus just,
No, it's good.
I'm thinking, a Lyda situation where it's is she a bad guy or is she just, a bad guy?
Yeah. Is Taim just kind of a bad person?
Is he just kind of like a dick or is it, he's a Forsaken, he's specifically Demandred? Yeah.
That's great. Isn't it great?
That's a bold prediction. I like it,
Are you excited?
I do.
I'm so excited. I'm so excited.
I'm excited for you to latch onto something
even if it's completely wrong, I feel like I have some points here that kind of aligned for me.
I'll tell you that there's no points. You've got more justification for this than for some things you said.
Right? And those things have been right sometimes.
Sometimes you are correct.
Mostly wrong.
Okay,
but I'm so into this that it's not even funny.
Even if Taim at this point with the healing thing is Demandred, do you think that there would be
he would legitimately heal Rand?
That's what I'm asking. Yeah.
Yeah, because he literally showed up here to save Rand.
Yeah.
And to
Dark One's MO
and to
is
win
not
some favor
Rand,
with Rand.
Yeah.
Because he knows if he's going to the Dark One, they want Rand on their side.
They do. It's come be part of the team.
That's why Taim showed up here.
We've got healthcare.
That's why Taim showed up to be beside Rand.
Free healing. So, that was a healthcare joke. That
was a good one.
Yeah. Healthcare jokes are hard to make in Canada because we have it.
Yeah.
So.
I know. Okay, but here's the thing. Rand backs away from the healing.
Yes. He says, not today.
Yeah, and let me tell you, we took a little bit of a break, and I saw that people have now started naming this theory of mine, #Taimandred, and I love it.
Taim, not Tam.
Taim. No, but it needs to be Taimandred.
Okay.
Taimandred? That
because you're like Tam. It's it's not Tam.
Taimandred.
Tam is Rand's daddy. Can't. Taim.
Taimandred.
Taimandred. There you go.
Taimandred?
Cool.
That's worse. I like how I said it.
Okay, that's fine.
Okay. Well, whatever. Ran backs away from being healed, and it appears that Taim has secured the campsite because there's only a few pockets of fighting still happening inside the wagons, and now there's a dome of air that appears to cover the entire camp.
Yeah. So protective bubble over the inside of the donut.
Just like
yeah.
Springfield. So here's the thing. You described the donut thing when we weren't recording. Okay. So you should describe it again.
Imagine this battle plan as a donut, where the inside of the donut, the hole, is where the camp is with the Tower Aes Sedai, and that's where Rand is being kept. And then the actual donut part is the Shido surrounding the inner camp. And then Perrin's like, I don't know, like a little bat that's hitting the side of the Shido, and not doing a super great job. Because there are not many people. It's 8,000 to like 40,000.
Like on the outside of the
shadow. On the outside, coming from the outside, hitting the donut.
Okay.
Right? To cause the distraction or whatever it is.
Okay.
And they're not going to win.
No.
And then Taim's men, they come in the middle of the donut to form the protective bubble around the middle of the donut.
Got it.
Yeah. So that's why there's all the Shido stuck on the outside of the donut.
Yeah, and they're all, like, banging against the side of it.
Banging against the side. And, like, Perrin and a few of them got inside because they, like, did arrowhead inside.
Yeah.
But most of them are still on the outside of that protective bubble.
Okay. So, now what happens next when all the people do start coming in, when they lift the barrier?
Yeah.
Is that all Shido, or is it potentially some not Shido?
So, at this point, it's all Shido, because we do see right before that, we see a bunch of pockets of, like, the Ranzail and those guys. We see little pockets of them get, like, pressed up against the barrier and slaughtered.
Oh.
We kind of get that little scene where it's like, oh, the Shido are jumping on all these pockets of Perrin's men because they didn't have a good battle strategy.
Right, okay.
So when they actually lift the barrier and the Shido charge in, then those ones are the ones who are like Shido that are getting slaughtered.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I'm going to have to reach out to Lauren from Unraveling the Pattern.
Yeah.
Like how, you know how he did the Two
Rivers
battle breakdown?
I don't know if he might have one for this by now, but I'm not sure.
I'm going to talk to him, because I bet he would do a damn good job.
For sure.
Okay.
Yeah, because we get Perrin and Loyal and Aram on the inside of the bubble, and we got most of them on the outside.
Because this is all, like, at this point, when the bubble of air comes down, and I don't know who's on the outside and who's on the inside, and I was so confused. And I, read through it twice now, and I still don't really 100%, and I took my notes kind of as best I could from what I understand. So what I picked up on was that Rand figures there is at least 200 Asha'man inside the barrier.
Yeah.
And on the other side of the dome, there's like a solid mass of Shido.
Yes. That's the
who have sort of stopped because they can't make it through.
Yeah, that's the donut that's now can't get on inside the donut.
Okay.
Yeah.
So eventually the fighting sort of stops inside the dome because there are Shido being taken Gaishain, and Kyrianin and Myeners are like guarding the captured warders and younglings.
So the ones who broke through to the middle of the donut are inside the bubble now, and since the Asha'man are here, then they're killing all the Shido, so now only the, like, Perrin's troops are still inside with the Asha'man.
Okay, and we don't have the Asha'man killing everyone, they're only killing Shido.
True, yes. They're not killing Perrin's men or the Aiel.
Okay.
So that's why we've got the remnants of Gawyn's younglings inside. that are being taken captive.
That didn't get away.
And the Tower Aes Sedai, who are now taken captive too by the Asha'man.
Okay.
Yeah.
So now there's nearly a dozen Aes Sedai being shielded by Asha'man. I have that point.
Yep.
And the ones that Rand has knocked out are being brought in as well.
Yep.
Along with the 3 that had been shielding him, and that one woman is like still screaming.
Yeah. So that's why there's relative calm right now inside the bubble, because there's no more bad guys.
Got it.
So that's why there's a big issue with it with Perrin, because he's inside the bubble and he's like, my guys are still outside the bubble. And the Aes Sedai
and like warder bad guys who they thought they were going to be fighting initially, like Perrin, who they thought they were going in to fight,
they're all defeated.
They're actually like not bad guys, they're just captured right now.
Yeah, they're all defeated and captured. Now it's just the Shido and the Shido wise ones.
Okay, got it. So then Rand notices the other Aes Sedai are present.
Yep,
like
the Saladar, the
Camelin
Camelin group.
Saladar, they're here, surrounded by their warders, and he's like, oh, Alanna is here. I'm not going that crazy.
Yeah.
Here she is.
I wasn't hallucinating that.
Yeah, and Rand doesn't recognize everyone, but then he sees that there are 9 of them.
Yep.
And Luce Theron and Rand start raging about that.
Because the rule was
6. That's right.
I said 6, you brought 9.
Okay, so here's the thing. Perrin and Loial and Aram, who didn't die.
No.
Not even Aram. I thought maybe Aram would die.
Why do you want Aram dead?
Well, it's just like a character we know and like maybe care about.
Sure.
But who's not like a major character.
Yeah, that's fair.
I thought someone was gonna be down here.
Yeah, even when Dobrain got knocked off his horse.
Yeah, I even thought Ruark maybe, but he hobbles in.
You want to kill off Ruark?
I don't. I'm not saying I want
you?
that.
That's what I'm hearing.
I'm telling you that's what I expected.
You're telling me who you find acceptable as casualties of this war. And you're telling me Ruark. You want Ruark to die.
I don't want that to happen, but I expected Robert Jordan to like put a knife in my heart at some point.
True.
And he didn't.
Okay.
So
maybe
now
he killed off Galena.
Well, I was like, no one would care about that. Is that another off-screen death?
I don't know, but last episode you said you like her, so I don't want to put words in your mouth.
No, I like her as a villain.
I don't want to put words in your mouth, but you did say that.
I said she's a good villain.
Okay. Anyways,
now you are putting words in my mouth. Okay, so with Rand seeing Perrin and Loial coming up, he half expects Mat to also show up.
Yeah.
But Perrin tells Rand that their plan was basically like, make a gateway out of here, let's go.
Yeah, and it's like, that's a bad plan, Perrin. That's not how the power works.
And then Ruark and most of the Aiel are in here too. Oh no, they're out among the Shido.
Yes, they're out. Ruark, most of the Aiel, and most of the Kyrian and Manors, they're all still out in the Shido.
And the Two Rivers and the Wise
They're
One.
all outside because they were all further out. And like, think of it like Arrowhead. It pierced through to the middle.
And so Perrin is like, Rand, the Two Rivers folk, who you know, Daniel.
You know them. You know those guys.
They're
You grew
out
up with
there.
those guys.
And then Rand's like, at this point, though, the Wise Ones are closer to me as family than those guys.
That's true.
I can't just like be picking favorites at this point.
Also, because this whole Two Rivers thing is like, don't show any loyalty to Two Rivers or they're going to get attacked.
That's fair. So anyway, Rand orders the dome to come down or like raise
because
up.
it's a dome over, so he's like lifted up at the bottom to let them through.
Like
ground
all
level.
the way around the whole circle.
Yep.
But they're already around the whole circle. For them all to come in at once around the whole circle.
Yeah, but they got this.
Because I was picturing, when I read it for the first time, that there were Shido on like one half of the dome.
Did you see Avengers Infinity War?
No.
Okay.
No.
Because they do this.
Which one is first? Endgame?
Infinity War is
Infinity's first. Then
yeah. So it's like a dome. So they lift the barrier in a section to let the bad guys through, so they don't crash through the whole dome.
I did think I saw that one.
You might have seen the fight scene, and so they just let all the hordes, charge through.
Okay. I feel like when I was reading, I thought the Shido were like on one side of the dome, and the rest of them, like the Two Rivers and whatever, were on the other side, and the Shido were gonna like eventually make their way around to get them, and that's why Perrin's like, no, just get the Shido now, help the Two Rivers and Wise Ones or whatever. And I don't know, I couldn't picture it, so now I can.
Yeah.
You don't have to describe it again, and we've seen a few pictures of people posting in the Discord, which really significantly helped me.
Okay.
So they're all the way around.
Yeah.
Okay, and so when they lift it, they come in at all sides.
That's what it seems like.
Okay.
But there's 200 Asha'man, so it
so,
doesn't matter.
Okay, so at this point, Rand orders the dome to be lifted, and then he notices that Perrin and Loial sigh in relief, and then he has a moment of confusion, because he's like, you really think I'm just going to let my own people be slaughtered here?
So here's the thing, too. I just want to kind of point out, just for perspective's sake, this is in Rand's head. Rand probably doesn't look as put together as Rand thinks that Rand looks.
No, he probably smells really bad.
He's probably like looking terrible right now.
Yeah.
Haggard.
Yeah.
Like run completely dry.
Yeah.
And they're probably looking at him like,
and he's like in the void too, so he's like, "Oh, it sounds good that I sound emotionless. This is good."
So it's like they're probably looking at him like this guy is either like on the verge of death or insanity, Like, what's he gonna do?
Like,
is he gonna be like, kill everyone? I don't know.
He's the one who decides what's happening here,
Yeah.
and he's the one who's clearly crazy. So now Taim pushes back a little bit, and he's like, listen, there's several hundred Shido women out there, and they don't seem as insignificant as I thought maybe they were.
Yeah, they might not be actually, like, super weak, but...
listen, this guy's an asshat and a misogynist, and I hate him.
He has points. It's nothing to do with them being women.
It's literally the way he says this sentence, though. It is about them being women.
Okay.
Because he doesn't say Shido channelers who are weak. He's like, there's Shido women out there, some not insignificant, it seems. Like, he just sees these women as completely insignificant. And then he says, plus thousands of Shido warriors, which he clearly puts value on.
Counterpoint, there's women Shido warriors. There's, but
not
also...
in the way he says this, though.
Counterpoint, too, the Aes Sedai also think that the wise... No, I'm not dropping it. The wise ones, the Aes Sedai also think the wise ones are insignificant channelers.
Yeah, but this is different. This is a different context coming from an asshat man.
I'll disagree that it has anything to do with their gender.
Okay, well, this is exactly how he says it, and it's how it read for me.
That's fair.
And it seemed incredibly like he's an ass.
He's an ass, I can say that.
Yeah, but specifically about the insignificant women, I don't know. I just read it like, fuck you, bud.
Yeah. I think, yeah.
Okay. I just need you to stop defending Taim. Like, I'm over it.
No, but like, there's lots of things that go after Taim about. This is not one of them.
It's one of them.
If the Aes Sedai do the exact same thing, it's that the wise ones are like savages who are weak in the power. You know what?
I rag on them for doing this too. They're bad, but this was a specific women thing, I think.
I disagree strongly.
Whatever. So... Taim suggests let's wait a few hours and then we'll make some gateways out of here. There are casualties in battle and anyone who dies out there dies for the Dragon Reborn.
Which again is a lesson Rand needs to learn.
And you know what? The maidens are offended and just absolutely hate this. And this is part of that whole, those women I guess aren't that insignificant. I don't know. I've read it all
Sure. I think you're reading into it a way that is...
That's how I read it, though.
That's fair,
It's my perspective.
Yeah.
But then also, letting all the wise ones and other Aiel just, die out there also isn't great.
Yeah. I think Taim's got good points, and I think that Rand needs to learn that people are going to die for him, and he's going to have to get past that.
Yeah, but this was way better. I liked this.
Do you?
Yeah.
But now you're now you're advocating for the slaughter of tens of thousands of Shido.
Yeah. The Shido defected... And not for a very good cause.
Well,
And, it was proven how terrible Couladin was and everything they were doing.
Yeah.
Everything they were doing was, dishonorable. And they were, slaughtering full villages of people on their way out of the spine of the world to Cairhien.
Yeah.
I don't feel 1 ounce of anything for the Shido.
Yeah.
They deserve this.
No, but this is also on Rand's order, so it's
And on Rand's order, Rand also thinks they probably deserve something like this.
So that's something that Rand is going to have to, come to terms with.
And to be fair, when Rand orders this, I don't think he fully understands exactly what's about to happen.
No, because he also, he for sure doesn't understand, but he also gave the orders, and he told Taim to create an army of weapons. And Taim did that.
Well, and he specifically says disperse the Shido and break them.
Break them, morally and mentally.
Well, and that's good, though.
Yeah.
As far as Rand and what he needs to accomplish here, the Shido are 100% his full-on enemy.
But Rand isn't going to take it that way. And that's the issue, is that Rand, farm boy Rand, can't come to terms with killing a woman by himself. But he's going to tell Taim to break the Shido.
Rand has incredible faults. 100%. 100% he has faults.
There's going to be fallout from this event for Rand.
Oh, probably.
Yeah.
But at the same time, the Shido have been 100% dishonorable and, you know what, deserve this.
You sound just like Ruark. They're dogs.
They are dogs. They're the worst. So, Taim's like, all right, man, as you command. But, not before Rand. I missed the part where he's like, Savannah wants my head and apparently thought that she could take it today. I mean to let her know her mistake. I told you to make weapons. Show me how deadly they are. Go.
Yeah.
So that's that whole part where he doesn't quite get it. He thinks he gets it, but he doesn't.
Yeah, which is fair, because it's crazy for Savannah to think that, yeah, I want to marry him.
Yeah, it's insane.
That's a crazy plan.
Yes. So, now, there's also an order for Rand's flag to be put up high in the air, where all can see it, so that they know Rand is back in control and they know to pull back.
Yeah, hopefully. That's the plan.
That's the plan. So Taim orders the Asha'man to form a line of battle, and then they rush to the front line, between the dome and everyone else. And then Perrin's like, no, not this either. And I'm like, okay, well, Perrin, what the fuck do you want? Like, you don't want them to be out there, but then they're like, okay, kill the shadow then. And then he's like, no, not this.
Yeah.
It's like, what
but
then?
I mean,
what then, Perrin?
That's the thing, is Perrin and Loyal are both kind of trying to warn Rand, like, hey, I know that you're ordering this. We saw what they were doing. And
I know that.
Yeah.
But at the same time, like, what else then?
Yeah, but
what else then, Perrin?
So here's something to kind of consider too. So RJ war experience, right? This is literally the invention of like machine gun and bringing it to war for the first time, where it's like people can't stand up to that kind of violence.
Yeah,
you have zero chance. This is just like massacring literally thousands in the span of seconds.
Yeah.
So there is that like shock. And we see that from our
I guess so.
Our
but my
warriors.
point here is that Perrin was arguing against having the dome and having them fighting out there. And then Rand is like, okay, you're right. Here's a solution. Let's hurt the bad guys. And Perrin's like, no, not that either. It's like, Perrin, well, what the fuck? And even he says to Rand, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't have to like it.
Yeah.
And it's like, Perrin, none of this is good.
No.
Hello? Like, no, recognize where you are, bud.
That's the issue, is like war is bad. But I mean, that's a very real like correlation to real time like weapons. When you're like, hey, you want me to kill all of them, but hey, I have this one big weapon that kills everybody, and then you're like, oh, but don't use that weapon. Use different weapons, Like,
no,
that's kind of the... That's
no,
kind
I
of what's
understand, but
here.
Perrin needs to, like, get on board with what the hell is happening around here.
Sure.
It's
and I
easier,
get it, because
it's easier when it's Trollocs.
This is the meat grinder. But that's also the thing. They're not just, like, monsters or faceless people. It's like, these are literally Aiel who could have been part of your Aiel.
Yeah, but at this point, they're a threat.
Yeah.
And we can't control them. So
okay.
I know. It's all bad.
Yep.
I'm on Perrin's side. Like, this is bad. No, not this either, was, like, my point. And even Rand at the end was like, yeah. Okay.
I have some stats for you, because this is when Taim gives the order.
Raise the barricade 2 spans.
Yeah.
The edges of the dome raise up all around. And the Shido who've been pushing against it, like, stumble in. And then recover, charge forward. And then Taim's like, Asha'man, kill.
Yep.
No, Asha'man, kill.
That's the order.
That's the order.
Yeah.
And then bodies just start exploding.
Meat grinder. This is the meat grinder.
Yeah, this reminds me of an early Grey's Anatomy episode.
Okay.
Where someone gets blown up by a bomb.
Okay.
And it's described as pink mist.
Yep.
Because the body just like
turns into mist. That's what it is. Yep.
Yeah.
And then this is when Perrin throws up. Nandera and Sulin like cover their eyes and turn away. But that's the big thing that I wanted to kind of point out too, is like, this is Aiel, who are like literally warrior society.
Just
they
stab
kill
them.
each other.
That was like literally like Avienda's solution to most things.
They won't even look at it
because
of the violence behind it. That it's like there's zero chance for these regular soldiers.
But do you think that maybe these Aiel don't see, like, honor in this?
Absolutely, because killing is the least honorable.
Well, even the Amis thing, I think we skipped over, where he notices that the Wise Ones are in battle and they broke custom for him.
Yes, like Rand has been, he was definitely aware of that. But no, you 100% have a point about, like, Aiel with their honor system, that killing is the least honorable version of fighting.
Yeah.
Because anybody can kill anybody. But then at this degree of like, there's no honor in this killing, because it doesn't take skill.
Yeah.
And that's why I talk about like machine gun. A child can spray bullets at a bunch of people and kill everyone. So
wow, heavy.
It is heavy. That's part of why Dumai's Wells is such a pivotal chapter.
Yeah, holy shit. Okay, so Taim gives the next order as if like this wasn't enough.
Now it gets worse.
Rolling ring of earth and fire.
Yeah.
This is kind of like the rolling earth that Moiraine does in Eye of the World.
A little bit. But this is like 200 male channelers who are in a coordinated attack.
Yeah.
This, honestly, this is what the Green Aja should be.
Yes.
This is what Green Aja should be to fight Trollocs.
Yes.
They should be able to send
and blow
Aes
them
Sedai
up.
and just massacre Trollocs.
Yeah.
No question that there should not be a blight in Randland if the Aes Sedai did their jobs properly.
Yeah. But we know they don't.
We know they don't, and we know that there's reasons for it, right? But I wanted to bring up some statistics because we get that it's 50 paces, 100 paces, 200 paces. That's how far back the rolling ring goes to slaughter the Shido.
Okay.
So 200 paces, a pace is about 3 feet or 30 inches in our terms.
Okay.
So 30 inches for 200 paces is 500 feet in real life in our world.
Okay.
And a football field is 360 feet.
Okay.
So it's like a football field and a half length of Shido getting slaughtered.
Yeah. And now, is the earth, it's just like rolling. It's not like, because I almost kind of pictured the Falma thing.
Sure.
Where the earth opens up and everyone falls in.
This is more like it's turning
That's
over
different.
and then fires bursting up from it and just like killing
everybody.
Throwing them, setting them on fire.
Okay.
So, anyways, like just the extent of what we're talking about of the 40,000 Aiel, like
I mean, as if it's not bad enough.
It gets
cool.
Yeah, it's not good.
Okay. So at this point, the Shadows start dropping their spears and bucklers and like retreating in panic and death.
Yeah, like not
Honestly.
even taking their weapons with them, which probably
like,
isn't very like
going.
Aiel-like. So
yeah, and so Rand calls for Taim to stop, and he has to channel his voice to be heard. And Taim orders that the Asha'man rest.
Yes.
And all that Rand can hear now are the screams and moans of all the dying Shido. Like they're in full retreat, leaving the surviving army of Perrin to come towards the dome, despite what just happened. And Rand is just like relieved it's over. And then he does this thing, which I actually a little bit commend him for.
Okay.
Because this would be a very difficult thing to say after witnessing what you just witnessed. But they literally just fought for him. And I mean, we can go about talking about tactics and whatever and honor and whatever later. But right now, they need to feel like, shit, what? Because like,
are you talking about where he says "good job"?
Where he says "good job."
You guys did.
Where he says,
did a good job.
"Congratulations, Taim. Well done.
Yeah.
You defeated our enemies."
And that's the thing. Is like Rand told him to make weapons, and then he gave the order to break them. And
here's
Taim
my other
delivered.
thing. Months ago, these people were just like farmers.
Yeah.
Right, and now they're literally killing everyone.
Massacring.
So, like, let's go back in time. Let's rewind to the first time Rand killed anyone or anything, even a Trolloc. It was like, oh shit, I just killed someone. And that was like a mental trauma for them to get over. Same with Perrin, the first time. Same with Matt, the first time they killed anybody. Same with the women, right? Like, the first time you kill someone, it was like a big deal for each of them in the show, or in the book.
Yeah.
And this is just like these men who are now just soldiers.
That's the war experience,
destroying everyone.
And that's why I kind of like really appreciate RJ's writing, where the war experience, it's going to affect everybody on some level, and you're not going to get to choose how that plays out.
Yeah, and if it helps their mental health for Rand to be like, good one, guys.
Like, this is what you were trying to do.
He like sort of swallows his disgust and does it, and I actually commend him a little bit for doing that. And maybe we tweak and talk about some things later, but right now in this moment, we can't just like shit on them.
Definitely. You can't hold them, hold it against them. Like, this is what their purpose is.
Yeah.
And I mean, this is the big thing,
and this is what Rand said to do.
This is what you want. You want your channelers to be able to massacre mass amounts of troops, because you've got the last battle where apparently there's going to be like hordes of Dark Friends and Shadow Spawn and Dreadlords.
Forsaken.
You've got to learn how to fight.
Yeah.
Like, Taim delivered.
Yeah, he did. I know.
Whether or not.
I know.
That's kind of the thing. It's like, whether or not we are going to go with the whole, like, he's D-Man Dread, there is a school of male channelers who are learning how to fight.
I know. Well,
and that
here's
is
the
something
thing, though. If they're being led by a Forsaken, then that's like a whole nother thing that we need to see, because if they're actually being led by Taim and these people are following Taim, at what point are we executing Order 66?
That's a good point. And that's what I was going to ask. Like, is he openly, like, forsaken to the people in the Black Tower? You know what I mean?
Is he going
or is he secretly?
So many dark friends.
Right? So, like, who knows?
He could have been. Oh, my gosh.
Could have been.
I didn't even think about that. I didn't... Like, I literally came to this conclusion when I was doing notes, like, less than an hour before we
That's why I wanted clarification. Like, is he in disguise? Is it an open thing in the Black Tower?
It might be both. It might be both. And then, like, if people are unfamiliar with Star Wars, the Order 66 is when all the clones turn on the Jedi.
Yeah. And that's when all the Jedi get murdered, which is why there's only, like, whatever, 2 left, or...
Yeah. So, maybe that's... maybe that's a whole twist.
Okay.
I don't know.
Okay.
Let's see. But at this point, everyone just sort of starts cheering Lord Dragon and Asha'man, woo!
Yeah, they did it. They won.
But it seems like most people we care about are alive here. And I made a big, giant, all caps note about that.
Okay.
Because that was wild to me.
Yeah.
That this whole thing can go on. Thousands of people just dying.
Yeah, we got like Rourke, we got Anise, we got Nandera, we got Sulin, we got Dobrain, we got Aaron,
the only
Loyal,
person
Perrin.
who seems to be gone or not accounted for is Galena.
Yeah.
Which is like weird.
Sure, Savannah, where's she at?
Oh, I never thought she was in this.
Oh yeah, well she wasn't fighting.
No, exactly. Like, she's not here.
We don't have the aftermath of the battle
yet.
No,
none of it. We don't have any of that. Yeah, and I don't know if I can even expect that. I think we're going to get, like, a replay, like, a month later.
Okay.
Or something like that. Like, I don't think we're picking up the next book in the next, like, moments.
Yeah.
Right?
Okay, that's fair. Yeah.
No, I think we'll probably get some idea of, like, where everyone kind of was and what happened next. And
sure.
But, yeah.
A little time
I can't imagine. And, like, if it is, cool, but that doesn't make sense to me.
Okay.
All right, so now at this point, Rand turns around to see 3 Aes Sedai coming up to him. One is Alana.
Yeah.
And then it's Bera and Karuna.
Being up on their high horses.
Ugh, and they're like, you've done well. We came to rescue you.
With Alana.
Who, like, gives them a look.
Yeah.
Although it seems you had small need of us, but our intentions do count.
This is
and
big.
then Rand is like, oh no. He cuts them right off. Your place is with them, and he points to the shielded Aes Sedai of the tower, and Karuna's like, no, you forget who we are. And Rand's like, I forget nothing, Aes Sedai. I said 6 could come to Cairhien, and I count 9. I said you would be on equal footing with the tower emissaries, and for bringing 9, you will be.
Wow. Okay, do it. Say it.
They are on their knees, Aes Sedai. Kneel.
Yes. Okay.
And then the Aes Sedai stare hard back at Rand, and then the Asha'man start to form a ring around them and Rand. And then Taim steps up and is like, kneel and swear to the Lord Dragon or you will be knelt.
Yeah. Okay. This is huge.
Yup.
Because, like, Rand, even in his speech, he's using Aes Sedai as such a cutting remark.
Condescending.
Oh, yeah. It's like, hey, I know exactly who you are, and I know what you are, and why you're here.
Yep.
And he takes control. And I gotta say that Taim's line is probably the most iconic line of the entire book.
It's pretty good.
Among the fandom, most iconic line of the entire book.
I liked it.
Just gonna tell you.
Yeah.
It's good. It's big, because it's like putting the Aes Sedai who... for like 3,000 years have been up on this pedestal, who have had a chance to do things, and they just got put in their place by the new kids on the block
even
here.
The fact that they walked up and was like, hey, we were here to rescue
We're here
you.
now, but it's like Rand has his own force of like 200.
And Rand's like, fuck you guys. I ran from you because you're assholes.
Yeah.
And you think you can just walk up here and be... like, listened to? But here's the thing. Karuna and Bera have yet to have any actual interactions with Rand.
That's true.
And
Rand
maybe
notices,
if they had, they'd be less likely to do something like this.
Yeah, he sees Morana in the back, and he assumes that she's still the leader of the embassy.
Yeah.
But that doesn't quite get connected yet.
No.
So.
No, and it honestly doesn't even matter at this point.
Well, I mean, that was the go-to from the Saladar Aes Sedai, right? So now that she's like not clearly and she's in the back, tucked away.
And they're trying to be like, we're better than them. And he's like, nope, you're all the same.
Yeah.
Anyway. So, the chapter ends with kind of this narrator perspective.
Yes, it's the whole rumors spreading.
It's the stories and tales spread across Cairhien to the north and south, and they change with every telling. The Aiel had turned on the Dragon Reborn and killed him, and no Aes Sedai serve Rand. No, it was actually the Aes Sedai who had him killed, or no, they gentled him, or no, they carried him to Tar Valon and he's in the dungeon there, or how about no, the Amyrlin seat herself knelt to him.
Yes, so lots of different rumors going around.
Yeah.
But hey,
that's
how it works.
On the day of fire and blood, the one power, as prophecy suggested, the unstained tower, broken, bent knee to the forgotten sign, and the first 9 Aes Sedai swore fealty to the Dragon Reborn, and the world was changed forever.
Yes. Okay, so important thing about that.
Yeah.
Well, a couple important things. Number 1, the first 9.
Yeah.
So since this is a narrator perspective,
we can assume that more kneel to him after this.
Yeah, exactly. And it's like, I mean, maybe that makes sense. But in the narrator perspective, telling us the first 9, it's kind of an interesting take on that.
Okay.
And then the second thing, this prophecy is the one that Rand was researching.
Okay.
So back in chapter 27, Rand actually figured this one out. And when he was like, hey, the unstained tower must be the Aes Sedai. And then he's like following the prophecies. And he's like, hey, you know, the symbol, that's me. So they must be bound to serve me.
Yeah.
So like he already figured that out. And that's, I think, when the wise ones and like Min maybe were like talking to him about it. And they're like, oh, whatever you think, Rand, maybe that's what it means.
Oh.
Who can know? It's prophecy.
Yeah.
But like Rand was pretty sure. And that's Rand's thing, is that he's reading a lot. Yeah. And he's reading a lot of prophecies, and he's trying to follow that.
Surprising what can be dug out of books if you read long enough.
Right? So, I mean, there's a whole lot there. So.
Yeah. Okay.
Lots of implications for the next book.
Bold ending.
Yeah.
And you know, for the second book in a row, we don't get a Moraine Splain chapter.
No, we don't. Well, she's not here.
I know. That's what I'm saying.
Here. Okay.
For the first 4 books, we severely needed a Moraine breakdown of what the fuck just happened.
We need like
then now at this point, Robert Jordan's like, your training wheels are off.
Or
like your training wheels to the Wheel of Time, like at the end of the book, if you don't have it by now, you'll never have it. You don't get Moraine to explain everything to you. Either you fall or you get it.
Yeah.
The end.
We need a new Moraine version 2.0 to come and re-explain things to us going forward.
Maybe at this point, we're just that good that we can get it ourselves.
Maybe.
And then the rest of us are out here predicting that the guy who's in charge of the Black Tower is actually a Forsaken.
Yeah, D-Madrid. It makes sense.
Just me.
Perfect sense.
Just me.
Okay.
All on my own, on my island out here by myself.
Why can't he start his own school? Let Rand have his school. And it's like, you know.
Let's see.
Okay.
All right. It is epilogue time.
Yeah, here we go.
The answer.
Yeah.
Oh, I just got it.
Did you?
The question was, who is Taim really?
That's not the question.
And the answer is D-Madrid.
Oh, man. Okay.
There's a lot of questions.
Yeah, there is. There's a lot of perspectives, a lot of stuff, and we can break
down
a lot of this.
I have so many thoughts about what the hell is happening. And it's like 1 paragraph each.
Yeah, let's take it slow. So let's go.
Valian?
Valian, yeah.
Valian?
Valian?
How do you say it?
Valian.
Valian. Okay. She? Is this a woman?
Yes.
Okay.
What do you mean is she one of the... Okay, so Valian
was
was one of the Black Aja sisters who left the tower originally.
Right.
She was one of the OG 13.
Okay, I get it now.
And then we saw her back...
I just read her name. I didn't read the rest of the
I'm
notes.
still giving you information. So we saw her in chapter 18 of Fires of Heaven with Moghedien when she was giving specific orders to the different sisters of what they were going to go and do, and they were in Amador at the time. So apparently her mission was to come here and look for a secret catch of Angreal and
Got it. Okay, cool.
So that's why she's here.
That's the whole paragraph. You just summarized it.
But no, that's the backstory on the actual paragraph.
Okay. So she's in a sedan chair in Ebudar. She gets a secret note from one of her informants that says, gone.
Yep.
And she thinks that somehow they slipped out without her people inside seeing.
So she's spying on
That means that there are Black Aja spies in the palace.
And remember what you said about Black Aja in Abu Dar.
Did I say they're everywhere?
No, you said at least we don't have to worry about Black Aja in Abu Dar.
I did say those are words I said.
Those are words you said a couple of times.
That was a bad take.
Yeah. So, anyways, there's definitely Black Aja here.
I really said that?
Yeah, you did.
I feel like we should always worry about Black Aja and Dark Friends everywhere. You caught me at a weak moment if I said that.
Yeah, that's fine. And
I say crazy things when I'm drunk.
They're spying on them.
Okay, obviously. So, we find out she's been in Abu Dar for months and searching for that stockpile of Angriel and power objects.
Yep, which is probably the same warehouse.
Yeah, it's probably exactly the same storeroom.
Like
I pictured it like as a cellar, and I'm surprised that they're looking like on the 6th floor or whatever. I pictured it like...
Yeah. It's in a building up high, 5 or 6 stories.
Yeah.
Somewhere.
All right. So, she considered putting some wise women around to the question.
Yeah.
To see if they know anything, but she doubts it. So, she's only stuck around here because she's on direct orders from Moghedien.
Yeah.
And she knows that Nynaeve and Elaine are here. I almost said Egwene. Nynaeve and Elaine are the ones who are here, and she knows that they ruined everything in Tanchico.
Yeah. So she's thinking also that since Elaine and Nynaeve are here, that maybe there is a secret stockpile.
Yeah.
So that's kind of the big thing.
Yeah. And she's been happy that Moghedien hasn't checked up on her because she hasn't done anything.
Yeah.
Or found anything.
So we know that Moghedien hasn't checked up on her since she gave the orders because she's been captive. But then also, as the last kind of bit there, she thinks that if she can't find the secret stockpile, then it may be capturing Elaine and Nynaeve is going to be a good alternative to that plan. And
we also get a little bit of a tip that she came here as a runaway, as a novice.
Okay.
And that word runaway... As an accepted. Oh, as an accepted, whatever.
Yeah.
As that word runaway is what Vandene and Adelius are looking for.
Searching for runaways. Okay.
So, perspective change.
Okay. Anything else you want to talk about? She's going to try and capture...
Okay,
we have that.
Okay, actually, no, let's go back for a second. Let's go back for a second because, here's the thing. I'm actually pretty surprised that in all the flip-flops, we didn't get a flop to where anybody else is. Like, the whole flip-flop thing was in the battle. And there was no what Nynaeve and Elaine are doing, what Egwene's doing.
There's no time for that.
What anyone's doing.
There's Dumai's Wells.
I guess so.
Yeah. What that means probably is like search for Cloud Bowl isn't going well.
Well, yeah, and the book just ends.
Yeah.
I think I predicted that we'd find Cloud Bowl by the end of this book.
Yeah. But that's the thing. It's like if they were going to flip-flop, then it would be because it's like, ooh, we found the Cloud Bowl, but they haven't clearly. Otherwise, we probably would have gotten the flip-flop.
Yeah.
That's usually how it works. It'll flip-flop during the exciting points to other exciting things that are happening. And even she thinks, like Valian here,
I thought we would flip-flop to, like, them finding Cloud Bowl. You know what I was actually thinking? Like, okay, if Cloud Bowl is found, then in the middle of this battle, it would just, like, start pouring rain or something.
Okay.
If they, like, channel into it and fix the weather. Because that's what needs to happen, is there needs to be rain, right?
I mean, very loosely.
Very loosely. That's, like, my interpretation of what would happen.
It's not like, oh, we gotta make it rain. It's not a rain dance.
Yeah, but, like, maybe.
Like, okay.
I don't know. Anyway, I also thought maybe Rand would pull the same thing here.
Yeah.
Where he just, like, makes it just rain on everyone. And you know how that, like, just shuts everyone up?
Yeah.
And, like, stops everything. I thought maybe. But no. Anyway.
Yeah.
Now can we switch and change?
Yeah, now we can switch.
Yeah, because...
no, the real important question I was going to ask was, are you concerned now about her trying to capture Elaine and Nynaeve? Because she has the plan.
Not really.
Hey, maybe I should capture them instead.
No, they actually have been very good at sneaking.
Okay.
They've leveled up their sneaking skills.
Okay.
Because they thought they were sneaky before, and now they're actually sneaky because they're using the power to do it and not just, like, braiding their hair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's interesting. Okay. Now we can switch.
Yeah, I'm not really 100% concerned about that, but...
Well, here's the thing. They should be concerned... Elaine and Nynaeve specifically should be concerned about something way more irrelevant, which is, like, the last perspective.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Second last.
Second last. Yeah. Okay.
All right. So, oh, yeah, for sure, because Moghedien's coming after their asses. They are so fucked.
Okay, after her important meeting...
Oh, my God. They are so fucked. Because Moghedien...
We're skipping.
We'll get there.
Okay, let's get there.
Oh, my God. We'll get there. So... Perspective change to Herid Fel, which is a little bit of an odd one.
Yeah.
Fel is in his study, trying to light his pipe, and a golem.
Yeah.
These are big clay monsters from Shale Ghul, right?
No.
Yeah.
No. Specifically, no. Okay, so you're confusing two things. We did get those, like, big, weird clay golem thingies, like, not golems, but clay monster dudes.
Yeah.
At Shale Ghul who, like, make weapons or whatever.
Yeah.
That turn to dust at the leave Shale Ghul. You're confusing what a real golem is in mythology, in, like, Jewish mythology.
Isn't that the big clay guys?
In Jewish mythology, not in the Wheel of Time with a different name.
No. The word golem in, like, lots of different fantasy is, like, a big clay guy.
Yeah, not in the Wheel of Time.
Okay, what is it?
We don't know. That's the thing.
The clay guy at Shale Ghul was literally called a golem.
Not this. No. 100% I can definitively tell you are not correct.
Okay, well, tell me what's this then?
We don't know what it is. That's part of the mystery. Okay, so we've gotten references to a golem. We've gotten references.
Okay.
So, first off, we had in chapter 23 of this book, Grendel thought about how she had an unpleasant and almost fatal experience with one of Aegonor's creations.
Okay.
And she thinks that none but a madman would have made the golem.
Yeah.
So we know that it's one of Aegonor's creations, and we know that Grendel almost died to it.
Okay.
Okay? So that's the first thing. We also had Rand reference it as a creature, but when he was doing his LTT brain, but he specifically thought, I don't know what that is yet. So we don't know what a golem is.
Okay.
It is a named shadow spawn. We don't know what it is or how it works.
Okay. And so...
It is not the big monsters from Shale Ghul.
But that also was called...
No.
It wasn't.
No.
It was golem-like.
Yep.
In mythology.
Cut that out of your brain. That's not what that is.
That's not what this is.
No, 100%
This
not.
is different.
This one squeezes under the door.
Yeah, well, I thought like clay-like. Okay. Okay, you're staring at me. Okay.
Yep. This one squeezes under the door.
Okay, so even if Fel was paying attention, it wouldn't matter because few people can stand up to a golem, and then someone comes into the study. Idrian comes into the study later and looks at this pile on the floor beside the table, and she faints because she realizes it's a bunch of Herid Fel's limbs all stacked up.
Yeah, so a couple really important things here too.
Okay.
So we got to talk about this for a little bit. So he was torn limb from limb, so we got to ask why.
He knows too much information.
Okay.
He was helping Rand.
So there's basically two schools of thought.
That's it. That's all I got for you.
Okay. So the big question is, why was he killed? Because is it like an intentional assassination? It seems like this thing just came in and assassinated Herid Fel.
Uh-huh.
So do you remember what Fel's note said to Rand?
Gone fishing.
Nope.
Oh.
Nope.
Don't bring Min. Too pretty.
That was the last part of the note. What was the important part of the note?
Something about, have something to tell you, something.
Okay, yeah. He said, I have something really important to tell you. Belief and order give strength. Have to clear rubble before you can build. Will explain next time I see you. Don't bring girl too pretty, Fel.
Yeah.
So we know that Rand was getting Fel to do some research into the seals in the Dark One's prison.
Yep.
Lost battle style stuff. So one of the two schools of thought that you might have come up with would be, was he murdered because of what he knows? Because Herid Fel was going to tell him stuff about like seals and last battle stuff.
Sure.
Okay. And then second part we also get because we got a little tidbit of a conversation between Samael and Grendel when they're having the conversation, because they had like that weird sort of alliance at the beginning of this book with the Forsaken.
Yeah. And
Samael mentioned finding a stasis box and Grendel was wondering if he got anything powerful out of it, like other shadow spawn, like Jumara, like the worms.
Sure.
So there's a theory that you could also think about was the golem in the stasis box?
Okay.
And then like Samael unleashed it.
Okay.
So why would he unleash it on Herid Fel?
Helping Rand.
Possibly. But the one really funny piece of information that we kind of get at the beginning of this book is Samael is also under the impression that Moghedien is still working with Rand.
Oh.
And that he's alive and he's helping Rand.
Okay.
So it's like Samael thinks Herid Fel is Moghedien in disguise.
Maybe.
Yeah. This is like fun fan theories that I wanted to bring up.
I guess that's kind of fun.
Yeah.
Nothing I even thought even twice about.
I can tell.
Okay.
So.
All right. Next perspective.
Okay.
The Seanchin man from the Inn with Matt.
Yeah, that's the guy.
That's about it.
The guy. Yeah.
That's the perspective. Next perspective. No, just kidding. So the man is riding away from Abu Dar, and he turns to get a last look of the city because he's leaving. It's a good city for looting, and they'll likely resist invasion, so the blood will allow them to loot it.
Yeah, so that's kind of important for Seanchin rules, is if they don't resist, you probably can't loot as much.
Yeah.
If they do resist, you can loot.
Okay.
Which also means that Abu Dar is under imminent threat of Seanchin invasion.
Well, everywhere is.
I mean, kind of, sort of. We know that they're in Terrebonne.
Yeah.
But between that and where they are looking in Abu Dar...
Yeah, the coastal cities for sure are the most in threat right now.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah. So, I mean, that's a big thing, is Abu Dar, Seanchin, that's not a good situation.
No.
So...
And then he thinks that fellow's comment was an omen.
Yeah.
And that's Matt and his Daughter of the Nine Moons comment.
Yes. Yeah.
Perhaps the return will come soon, and the Daughter of Nine Moons with it, and that will be the greatest omen of victory.
Yeah, so that's big. So that also kind of gives us implication that the Daughter of Nine Moons comes with the return, which hasn't happened yet.
Hasn't happened yet, but definitely will happen if Matt is fated to marry her.
Yeah, we've been talking a lot about the Forerunners and stuff with the Seanchin, but it's like the actual return, like full army style.
Yep.
Apparently hasn't shown up yet, so that's probably bad news.
All right. Perspective change.
Yeah.
To Moghedien.
The good one.
This is a good one. I am medium excited for this.
Okay.
I'm just excited to see how this will possibly unfold and what will come of it. But it's yet another thing I have to remember to remember.
Sure.
You know, because I think she's going to honestly disappear for a while. And we're not going to hear it because she's the spider, right? She's just going to sneak around in the background.
Possibly,
unless she
really wants to go hard.
She wants her revenge, but that's not how she works, right?
True.
She's very sneaky, and she's going to get her revenge probably in the dream world, and probably very, very, very scary situation, but not for a while.
Yeah.
I bet not even next book or even the next.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, because she's Moghedien.
Also depends how that meeting at Shell Ghoul goes.
True, because she's just literally disappeared.
Yeah, it's like a performance report when you're called in. And
okay, so let's talk about what happens here, because it's nighttime. She's lying in her tiny tent and she's thinking about the collar on her neck, how Egwene has been way harder on her than Elaine and Nynaeve, and Swan has been pretty bad too. The tent opens up and a woman comes in who says, "Call me Erengar, Moghedien."
It's like she knows
and
who you are. And
Moghedien's like, "Oh shit, what?" And then the woman channels a tiny ball of light, which Moghedien recognizes as a light that must be made with Saidin.
Yeah.
And recognizes this person as Halima.
Yes. Okay.
So, Erengar tells Moghedien, listen carefully, because in a moment I'm going to remove your collar, and then I want you to disappear as quickly as Logain did, because if you don't, you're gonna die here, and most importantly, you are summoned to Shale Ghoul tonight.
Yeah.
And Moghedien's like, oh my god, if I'm summoned to the Pit of Doom, it can literally mean anything from the worst possible to the best ever, and I can't refuse it. Plus, it means that she's gonna be out of the Adam, so she's like, yes, do it, remove it, I'll leave.
Yeah.
And then Halima/Erengar channels and flinches slightly at the pain of removing the collar because of Saidin.
Yeah.
Okay. It's like a weird magic where only...
That's what Egwene thinks in the next perspective.
Okay.
It's like anybody who can channel Saidin who touches it is going to get whatever, the shock or something.
Okay. Yeah. And then it gets slipped into Halima's pouch.
Yes.
And then she tells Moghedien, get gone.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.
Okay, so we got a couple of big things. So we know that... Well, it's kind of interesting because we remember when we got Delana and Halima's perspective with the whole little dark friend symbol that you show.
Uh-huh.
I thought you were going to latch on to that at some point about if dark friends have a symbol, they show each other to imply that they're dark friends.
I think that it's one of those things where different symbols are for different dark friends. Because you know how, in the tower, only 3 knew of each other?
Yeah.
And whatever? I think, those 3 knew one symbol, and then a different 3 knew, a different,
Interesting, okay.
Catchers and pitchers have different...
Sure, hand signals and different hand signals mean different things for different
That's what I
teams.
would think. It's that's probably a very specific, dark friend thing. Because when... just regular people show up with each other, it's different than when Forsaken show up with each other.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So it's like, how do they actually like figure out this like rescue plan?
Oh, yeah. Whoever the Dark One is who understands what's going on with Moghedien here and how she was found. Because I guess...
Yeah.
The Halima character...
You said Dark One.
Yeah, I did say Dark One. I meant that.
Oh.
Because clearly, she, like, Halima or Erenghar's been sent here...
Okay.
...by that sidekick Murdral.
Yeah, Shadow Haran.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah.
Who's connected with the Dark One.
Yeah, it's the hand.
Who, like, knows
right
some
hand. Yeah,
things. Yeah. So it's been reported that Moghedien's here and, like, gotta get her out of there.
Okay.
So she needs to be rescued. So I don't know if this meeting's gonna be, like, a good one for her.
Yeah, you really don't know.
She hasn't been as effective as Demandred has been.
But she also didn't. She also didn't die. So
she didn't die.
It's not like
getting captured by baby Aes Sedai's might be worse.
Might be bad.
Because I mean, look what happens to the ones who die.
That's true.
They can get reborn and helped.
Yeah, they just like swap into a new. You get a new body.
Yeah, even
and you
if
go
you don't
in this
like
one.
it.
So
yeah,
and now also Halima has the Adam.
Yes. Uh-huh.
So that's probably bad.
Probably
bad.
Probably all bad all around.
Yeah.
Can't wait.
She might return it to Elaine and be like, hey, you made this, you get to keep it, right? So.
No, she's going to put it on her.
Oh, ooh, okay.
Maybe.
Okay.
You need the bracelet. Probably can get that just as easily.
Yeah.
All right. Perspective change to Egwene.
Yeah, on the flip side of that.
Reaches the tent and sticks her head in and sees only blankets.
Which is like bad idea when the Forsaken just escaped. Like maybe don't go investigate by yourself. I don't know.
She's got Chessa.
Yeah, her maid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right behind her, telling her that if she wanted Morrigan, I could have fetched her for you.
Yeah.
And Egwene's like, no. And so she felt the necklace come off. She felt how the necklace came off, which is more important.
Yeah.
And felt the flash of pain that meant a man who could channel had brushed the link.
Yeah, and her thought process goes to LoC. Did he come... Because she let him go.
Yeah.
And now she thinks like, oh, did he come back?
And free Morrigan?
Why, how, and what?
Yeah.
No.
Because even then she's like, because it's the only thing she could possibly think of.
That's true.
And then she's like, it just doesn't make any sense. And you're right, Egwene. It doesn't make sense.
So it's probably not
Trust
true.
your gut.
Yeah.
Trust your gut. It doesn't make sense.
Yeah, LoC wouldn't have done that.
No.
But I mean, like, where's LoC? Oh my goodness.
Well, on his way to the tower where nobody is.
Yeah, they all cleared out.
Yeah.
Or is there a lot more? Because, like, if Taim brought, like,
his
200 best.
Yeah.
So how big is the Black Tower right now?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
All right. Perspective change to Taim. Demandred.
I see what you did there.
It's Demandred. Yeah. So he's kneeling in the pit of doom, and he doesn't even care that Shaidar Haran is there. And Demandred says, have I not done well, great lord? And the Dark One's laughter fills Demandred's head.
Yeah. Yeah, I wrote down a bunch of, like, what has Demandred been up to?
Yeah, I figured it out.
I know you think that.
Yeah.
So we had the Pit of Doom meeting where he was told, like, here who will die and who will live. And then he asked, like, would you unleash balefire in my service? We didn't get any balefire from Taim or any of the Asha'man, though.
No.
So...
maybe that was a trick.
Possibly. And then we also had Demandred had the meeting with Masana, Grendel, and Semirhage, and that's the one that Samael didn't show up to.
Right.
And that's where he told them the message, like, let the Lord of Chaos rule.
Yeah.
Let crazy things happen, guys.
Yeah.
And then he also was watching Elaine in Tel'aran'rhiod in Caemlyn.
Right. Also, Lord of Chaos, let the Lord of Chaos rule, he says, I think, again.
Yeah, maybe at that point. So
maybe he's the Lord of Chaos. He thinks of himself as the Lord of Chaos, and that's why this book is named as such. Linking it back to our first episode.
Perfect. What a good...
who's the Lord of Chaos?
Figured it out. Okay, there you go.
I think I did.
It's a good theory.
I think it's great.
It's not bad. Yeah.
All right.
I mean, that's it.
And then read the end prophecy to end us off, and book 6.
Okay, the unstained tower breaks and bends knee to the forgotten sign. So that's what Rand figured out. The seas rage and storm clouds gather unseen. Do you have any thoughts on that?
None.
Okay.
Yeah. Unless, like, the storm clouds gather and the seas rage because, like, Seanchin or something.
Yeah, I mean, seas raging could be, like, sea folk too, like, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Because they are getting dodged real hard from Rand.
By the way, I never talked about how I thought that maybe they were going to the sea folk for help when they were like, Perrin was like going like past the sea folk on the river.
Oh, yeah.
And then they just like never did and never talked about it.
What are they going to do? Like, bring their boats?
They literally like hung around.
Yeah.
Did nothing. And then we didn't hear from them ever again.
That's why they're raging.
They threw Gawyn into the river when she pissed them off. And that's about it. Did Rand ever even meet with them?
No, he didn't. That's why they're raging. I've been saying this repeatedly here.
Oh my god.
Okay. Beyond the horizon, hidden fires swell, and serpents nestle in the bosom.
Gross. Bosom.
Bosom? Is that how you say it?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
Disgusting.
That's the serpent.
Serpent boobs.
Yeah, serpent boobs. Makes sense. What was exalted is cast down. What was cast down is raised up.
He sounds like a prophecy.
Yeah. You could also consider like Aes Sedai versus like Asha'man now.
Yeah.
What was exalted is like lower now, and what was like
lower,
which is men who can channel, is raised up. And then order burns to clear his path.
Okay.
And that is all.
That's it.
Okay.
That's all. That's all we got.
Yeah.
Wow. Long, good, thorough breakdown of Dumai's Wells.
Yeah. So I have a lot of end of book discussion that I think we should put into the bonus episode.
Cool.
And we can like wrap up
properly.
We'll
do a bonus episode we'll throw out on Patreon.
Yeah.
For a wrap up of book 6. I'm excited to do that.
Character discussions, where everybody's at.
You want to do that before I start reading? Because I'm pretty excited to start reading book 7.
I think we should do it before you start.
Okay. So we'll do that later this week?
Yeah.
And
real
then
soon.
Record on the weekend or
Take
something?
like 2 days off, and then it's like you back at it. So
I can't wait. I'm very excited. And cool. I also want to, in my spare time, listen back through this book. I think I'll pick some things up.
A lot, maybe, especially with your new theories. So
I don't know if I'll actually do it. I always say I'm going to and then never do. So
then there's no time for it.
There's no time.
Yeah.
Okay. Just like how we've come to the end of this episode.
Exactly.
Okay, so now before you essentially rescue yourself when half of the world has come to rescue you, I'm going to say that this is part of the pattern now.
Yeah, it's part of the pattern.
Thanks so much for listening, everyone. The Wheel Weaves is hosted by Danny and Brett, edited by Danny, produced by Danny and Brett, with Essen, Passion Socks, Mozyme, Moltude, Benjamin, Michelle O'Brien, Jamie Young, Cody Fouts, Megan Smiley, Jonathan Reese, Vince Lewick, and Margaret, with music by Audionautics. If you are interested in supporting us and the podcast, and also getting some really cool exclusive merch and access to early episodes and bonus episodes, you can check out our Patreon at patreon.com/thewheelweavespodcast. For general information about our show and us, like how to send us shot glasses, how to join our Discord, how to get in touch with us, things like that, for all things The Wheel Weaves, you can go to thewheelweavespodcast.com. Please be sure to give us that 5-star review because it really does make a huge difference. And tell a friend about us because referrals really are the best compliment. Thanks again for listening because this really is part of the pattern now.